Good morning, y'all. How's everybody feeling? Hope everybody's having a great day. Take a moment, share the broadcast. Take a moment, share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Hey, can you turn it down just a little bit so it don't take my broadcast? No worries. Sorry.
Tweets from Charles, the Bears player, his new fiance.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that one. We'll do that too at 8 o'clock.
Are we doing the representative who's going against Madigan?
Jeannie Ives.
Murray.
Huh?
The new representative.
Oh, I didn't watch it last night. I know who you're talking about.
Threatened.
Yeah, we'll do that probably tomorrow. I don't got time for it today, but we'll do it tomorrow. Share. What's up, y'all? Take a moment. Share broadcast. What's up, y'all? Take a moment, share the broadcast. Trying to be ahead of the game. Okay.
I had to email you the Eric Reed story because there's no way to print. There's too many pictures and stuff. So,
Okay.
Okay.
What's up, y'all? Take a moment, share the broadcast. It's your man, Maze Jackson. Looking forward to today's show. Todd Stroger will be back in the building, as well as comedian Michael Colyar. Now, I know that y'all probably laughing because I'm like, man, I'm excited. Michael Colyar called me on the phone, and I'm like, man. He's like, Brother Maze, this is Michael Colyar. How are you today? I'm fine. I'm like, Michael Colyar? You mean? He's like, why, yes, I am. I'm Michael Colyar. And I was told by Dr. Carol Adams that perhaps I should come on your show to promote my one-man show at the DuSable Museum. And I said, like, Michael Colyar from Def Comedy Jam? Man, y'all don't understand. Like, part of the best part of doing this show to me is meeting people that you may have seen on TV or heard or whatever. And I know that, you know, people be like, he was very humble. But for me, it is remembering those people that were significant during my era of comeuppance. I mean, understanding what Def Comedy Jam meant. Back in my day, hence Todd's not here. He's on the journey here. He'll be here shortly. So anyway, just letting y'all know, it's pretty cool to be able to work with people that you saw as a young person or in your comeuppance. And so he's very humble, but I was pretty excited to know that he's coming. Plus, Todd Stroger, so I finally get to have somebody to talk some politics with. Sometimes it's hard for me to talk politics with people who haven't done it. Like, it's not in the diss, just different perspectives. So I look forward to talking to Todd. I need to let you know 2018 is going to be huge. Uh-oh, there he goes. It is Mr. Michael Colyar. Now check him out. Now you know you're on Facebook Live.
Oh, hey, all right. I didn't really dress for a photo opportunity. How y'all doing, man? Facebook Live all up in here. I love Facebook Live.
All right, so we Facebook Live and YouTube, so we go live the whole show. Remember, cameras never go off.
Cameras never go off. Ain't no cussing in here.
Oh, we cuss on the breaks.
Oh, we cuss on the breaks.
Well, you know what? Be cool, because we got the babies.
We'll be sitting on.
You're going to sit right over there.
How the camera going to see me over there? Y'all over here, how they going to see me over there?
We do it just like
that.
Oh,
they turn it around. Okay,
I turn it around. So
okay.
I got you. Don't you worry. Now I'm not a cameraman by profession, but I think I got this down a little bit.
All right, beautiful, beautiful.
Now let me tell you something, brother.
Yes, sir.
Now, fortunately, both my wife and I was asleep at one. You know, a brother get a text at 1:37 in the morning. Your wife be looking at you like,
What's going on?
But it was Michael Colyar. So in case I was sleeping, phone went off, baby, it was Michael Colyar texting.
I heard y'all had moved.
Huh?
I heard y'all moved to downtown somewhere.
We have so the big offices are down. We'll probably move the studios a little bit later on this year. So, the studios are still here for right now, but we'll be moving downtown. But we moving on up.
Okay, good. So I didn't know. So I didn't know the address.
No worries.
I was like, I gotta be here at 6. I don't know where here is. I don't know where y'all 87 or what's the other place? Kinley?
It is on
Kinsey?
Nah, 800 South Wells.
South Wales.
Yeah.
Oh, so that would have been cool because I'm staying down there in that area.
Oh, see, yeah.
I was like, and I woke up this morning, man. I had about 3 hours sleep.
Now, did you fly in from LA or did you?
From LA, but
okay.
Actually, I live like north of LA,
okay.
Palmdale.
Okay.
So it's closer to get on the plane in Burbank. So
okay.
I flew from Burbank, but then to save a couple of dollars, we had to go the opposite way. So I left Burbank to go to San Francisco.
Okay.
San Francisco to get here.
My man, I see you came to Chicago prepared. Hey man, you got a fur though, man. It's 32 degrees. I mean, it's 38, man. This summertime for us.
It's summertime for y'all. This is freezing in Palmdale. Right now, we have on snow boots. Did you get one of these flyers?
No, I did not.
I sent you one back electronically.
Here, give it here.
There you go.
What is going on with Mom?
Oh, man. How you feel? Hey. Alrighty. Man, I was glad they got that thing lit up, that alley out there. I'm parked behind whatever car's up against the wall.
You parking? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what, man? That's probably one of the things I'm gonna be looking forward to. That's my longest walk every day.
Oh, you park all the way in the back?
Yeah, I park all the way in the back too. All right, we got former Cook County Board President, Mr. Todd Stroger. Oh, y'all, it's gonna be action-packed today.
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
Amazing and blessed. How are you?
All right, so
I'm probably not quite as blessed, but I'll
well,
take
yes, you are. He's blessed. He's more blessed. And the blessing gonna keep on going till we just started on the blessing, you know.
Amen.
God's in the blessing business.
So I'm gonna ask Todd you to sit right here.
Yeah.
And then I have both of y'all in the camera shot.
All right.
And then I can just hit one button. Now, Brother Colyar, you can let the people know because we are tuning up. So we've got a few people people replay this pretty often.
Okay.
So you can tell them what brings you to Chicago, and then you just rock with us
Airplane.
through the show.
Airplane Robin. Hey y'all, we here to do the thing, man. They watching right now. We got people in.
Yep.
Everybody, Mike County World Famous Program now often talked about a legend comedian, gentleman and a scholar, intellectual giant in the pool, mental business, and a connoisseur of fine haberdasheries. Now, folks, I know if you're anything like me, probably a place to go and people to do, so I'm not going to hold you long. I'm just going to tell you why I'm here. I'm here to go to the world-famous DuSable Museum of African-American History and to do my first one-man play. It's called Michael Colyar's Mama. Now, if you like your mama, you're going to love this show. You know?
Can you smile?
Hey, this dude coming in. That light shining off your bald head is too much glare. Can you see
All right,
anything?
let's do it on this side then.
Okay. Yeah.
So do you know that is the famous Insane Wayne? He is now the king of Chicago's old school. Let me just let you
Insane
know.
Wayne.
Yeah.
The
I
B-side.
love it, man. I love
That's
it.
Good morning.
You're old school.
That is Annette Flournoy, our news director.
Good morning.
I'm old school and an old man. Well, actually, I'm 61, but I don't feel a day over 59. So, y'all need to come down to DuSable and see my play, y'all, this weekend. I got 4 shows. You have 4 opportunities to miss me. That's right. Friday night, 8 p.m., Saturday night, 8 p.m., and Sunday, you have a matinee at 3 right after church call. Come see me. And then a 7 p.m. show for the people who just got out of church who want to do some cussing.
You blowing your nose on camera,
Blow
man.
that thing, man.
Hey, I'm human.
Yes, he is. I won't need to shake that in, you know.
You know you're going to give me the ugly
You know I got to always get that.
Hey y'all, if y'all want tickets for the show, come on down. You can either go to Brown Paper Tickets.
Good morning.
Good
How are you?
morning.
Nice to
Good
meet you.
morning. The pleasure is mine.
Look, your hat matched that coat.
No.
Yeah.
Das Vidanya. You like,
My hat has
That's the Dania.
her hat is named Das Vidanya.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, you know what? I'm also selling tickets at a restaurant on the south side.
What's the name of it?
Captain Hard Time.
Okay.
Captain Hard Time, 79th Street.
You need to go to Peaches, man.
I go to Peaches every time I come to Chicago.
Do you?
I live at Peaches, brother.
Oh.
I will be there.
So have you heard the new one? They got a new one. Peaches at the Currency Exchange on 55th. So Peaches,
lying.
nope. My sister actually is the person who does all the staffing, hiring, and marketing for it. So you should stop by Peaches, say what's up, but you should go by the Currency Exchange. Huh?
The mall off the right?
No, it's past that. It's the Currency Exchange that used to be on 55th, like right before you get to the viaduct.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So go to that. It's super, man, it's crazy nice in there too.
What?
And it's like all John Johnson's old furniture from so it's like another Theaster Gates, but Theaster and Cliff partnered up to do it. You should stop by there.
Johnson for Ebony?
From Ebony Magazine.
No,
Yeah, so you
sure.
go in there, like
All right,
the
I'm
books.
gonna go check that. I'm gonna take notes too, cause I wanna see that. You said it's on 55th.
Yeah, Tennille will give you the address. She's the person that's in charge will be on the broadcast.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fantastic. Is it okay if one can't stay 2 hours? Can't stay 3.
We out of here at 8:30, so you can leave whenever you gotta go.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm good till 8. Good
Okay.
till 8. Fantastic. Don't want to leave at all. Hey, y'all, Captain Hard Times, in case y'all want to drive over there, Soul Food Restaurant, legendary, 79th Street, 836 East 79th Street. My man, Victor Love is over there, and that's Mama Wade.
That's Mother Wade.
Mother Wade spot over there, you know, and it's off the chain. You go there and get yourself some short ribs, cornbread, get yourself some candy yams, some macaroni and cheese, a little peach cobbler, and then grab one of these flyers that tell you all about my show. Get yourself some tickets. In fact, we're even doing dinner theater, brother. If you want to do dinner theater, you can get the dinner theater package at Captain Hard Time. You can get your soul food meal, then shoot on over and see the show, and it's a lesser price. You save money while getting the soul food meal.
I
Okay.
always like saving money.
Oh, you can't, man. We need to save money.
The ripping on jazz is here in Chicago.
Yes, sir. I'm in my hometown, y'all. Chicago.
About jazz.
So, Mike, what part of Chicago are you from?
Southside.
Okay, where'd
I
you
grew
grow
up in
up?
the Robert Teller home, 4352 South State Park, 909. That's
Okay.
where I started. I was there till 1968.
Okay, then what
And we
happened?
moved to Morgan Park.
Okay.
Uh,
You was right. What was it? What's my girl's name? He
Who
moved
that?
to Morgan Park. Not a Raisin in the Sun. Come on.
Who?
What's
Not
her
Angela
name?
Lansbury? I mean, not Angela.
Hansberry. What's the? Come on, man. Sidney Poitier. Remember when they wanted to get to Morgan Park?
Yeah.
The movie.
A Raisin in the Sun.
Was it A Raisin in the
A
Sun?
Raisin in the Sun. Lorraine Hansberry.
Okay, okay. So you went to have Morgan Park. Okay.
Morgan Park. And some people said it wasn't Morgan Park. They said it was called Clybourne Park. That she was talking about, but it was the Morgan Park.
When black folks come, they start changing the names.
Well, you know the funny thing is that's how it was with us too. When we moved out there, wasn't a lot of black people.
I have no volume.
In Morgan Park. Yeah. I got there in 80, and I got there in 68, 11356 South Carpenter Street.
You got to bring my volume up.
And we was out there, man, 40-something years, man, before I moved out of there, before my mama transcended and moved on.
And from I-8094 to the Ryan, pretty much stop and go from my house.
Los Angeles, right outside Los Angeles, a city called Palmdale, California. You been to LA?
My cousin lives in Bellflower.
To the Todd just fine. The inbound side of the Eisenhower, just around 37.
Now my neighbor here is called, don't grab his book, because that's how you going, but just look at it. Funny thing happened on the way to the White House, I knocked on the door with a brother.
So I got to tell y'all. And so then you moved to Morgan Park.
Morgan Park, 1968. So I got there, man, look. I went to Morgan Park High School in 71. When I got there in 71, it was 25% black, 70% white, and 5% other. When I graduated in 75, it was 92% black, and the rest was other.
All right, here we go, y'all. We getting ready to get it cracking. Can you all hear? Can you hear? Do you need me to turn it down?
Yeah, it's a little loud.
Okay.
Oh, it's good.
Good?
No, it's still a little loud.
Oh, Lord, y'all on the same one.
I can look at
Okay.
that. Thank you, sir.
Wake up! Wake up! Go!
Oh, yeah.
Wake up. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Wake up! Brother Colyar, if you go to the Maze Jackson page on Facebook, you can see the comments live. Whether you go on your, I want you to be able to talk to the people because they'll be talking to you.
Okay, how do I go to that page?
You know how to go to the Maze Jackson page.
Okay, www.
No, just on Facebook. Go on Facebook,
Yeah,
and then just put in your search bar the Maze Jackson page
Okay.
to watch. Then they'll be talking to you, and you can say what's up to them in the breaks and all that. You'll sell a lot of tickets that way too.
All right, the main Jackson.
Teach them the very best you can. The world won't get no better.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Huh?
Don't sing. Don't do it.
Nah. The world won't get no better. We gotta. Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the WVON Morning Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, and y'all, I'm going to tell y'all what. I'm feeling some kind of way. I'm excited because you know what? We got an action-packed show for you. We got celebrity, superstar comedians in the building.
Celeb.
You know what? We got my man, Todd Stroger, back in the building. Now, y'all know. You know, I like when Todd is here because it's one of the times, I get to talk politics and I feel like, I feel like I got a camaraderie there, Brother Todd. Now, you were the former president of the Cook County Board. And so when we talk when we break down the political game, it's like I feel like I got a comrade, someone who is talking on the same level with me.
I appreciate that.
I mean,
They told me though that you clowned me after I talked about Bert, and I told him I'd have some words with you afterwards.
but I
need a ride home too.
right. So see, this how you see how brother do. Brother want to curse you out, then get a ride home. Now you know what? We gonna talk about this because you know what? I'm gonna tell you, I can't wait to talk about it because Todd, you got some interesting perspective, even better than most of us, because you spent some time in the city council, so you know what it's like. Why they call him the chairman. Right? They call him the chairman. Now, let me tell y'all what. Y'all hear that voice in the background. Now, you hear him talking. You hear him I gotta tell y'all this, all right?
Y'all hear me through the microphone?
Oh, they can hear you.
Scratchy.
Oh, they can hear you.
It's clear? All
It's
right.
clear.
Wait, so
Look,
is Meg Jackson page or Meg Jackson live?
you can go to either one.
Okay, because I went to the page that it wasn't going live for me. Okay.
Well, you just go to it now.
All right.
Now, you know what? You hear that voice in the background?
Yes, sir.
You may recognize it.
Wow.
If let me break this down for you. So, check this out. So, my phone rings. You know, one of the things about being a radio personality host is that you kind of get to meet people that you may have seen on TV when you was coming up, people that you looked up to, people that, they meant something. So check it out. My phone ring. Hello? What's up? May I speak to Maze Jackson? Who's calling? Because you got to check to make sure it ain't the bill collector.
That's right.
And he was talking, hello, yes. And I said, may I speak to Maze? He says, may I speak to Maze Jackson? Now, I kind of recognize the voice, but I'm saying to myself, got a 213 number. Who is calling me from 213 at this time of day?
No, that's a bill collector.
Now, let me tell you what.
Well.
And it's Michael Colyar, comedian Michael Colyar. And he says, hello, I don't know if you know me, but I am comedian Michael Colyar, and Dr. Carol Adams suggested that I call you. And I was like, I look at my phone and I look at the dashboard because I love my car. My car got the big dashboard, and I'm like, is that Michael Colyar from Def Comedy Jam? See y'all don't understand. See, and as I sit here in this sweatshirt and reminisce of Martin Lawrence,
yes.
Right? Y'all gotta understand that Def Comedy Jam for me was like my introduction to my own comedy, and so when and I remember Michael Colyar coming on Def Comedy Jam, and I remember us all sitting around in our dorm room at the Sigma House at U of I, and they said he was from Chicago. So when they say you're from Chicago, then everybody go crazy. So WVON family, sitting in with us for most of the show today, it is comedian Michael, comedian, actor, and now playwright.
Playwright, humanitarian.
Break it down.
Fish sandwiches, all of it.
Welcome to the WVON, Mr. Michael Colyar. Mike, so what brings you to town, man?
Well, I was doing my one-man show, and a lot of times you hear comedians say doing a one-man show, and you think it's a comedian doing a long comedy show, but this is actually a play. It's a theatrical production. It's called Michael Colyar's Mama. Now, if you like
Your mama?
Oh yeah, your mama.
Hey man, you say your mama, you get in a fight around these parts.
I started the show with that. Yes, sir. Your mama, man. Listen, if you love your mama, you gonna love this show. And it ain't about your mama or his mama or her mama. It's about my mama. It's about Michael Colyar's mama. And it tells how I was raised in the city, how I came up in the project, Robert Teller Home, Project 45, 4352 South State Apartment 909. It's almost emblazoned on my heart. 4352 South State Apartment 909. Do you remember Star Food Center?
No.
Oh, so you don't go back like that. 43rd Street, that was the first, for me, grocery store. First job I ever had was at Star Food Center. I also used to steal beer from there. That's another story. Then we moved out to Morgan Park, 11356.
So you was like the original Raisin in the Sun.
Yes, sir. Original. Laura Hansberry.
Yes.
Hansberry. She used to come back to my house and bring soda pop. No, I made that.
Oh, I was like, dang. Okay, I was like, dang.
A little bit before my time.
Okay.
Not much though before my time, because we moved out there in 68.
Okay.
And so her thing came out in 64, 65. So yeah, actually, I could have ran into her. But Mae Jameson, that black astronaut, actually graduated with my class 1975 from Morgan Park High School.
See that? WVON family, so check this out. You heard him. You heard your voice. You know the voice. You've seen him in movies. You've seen him on Def Comedy Jam.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a one-man show. But not only does he have a one-man show, he's going to be part of this three-man band we got rocking today.
Wait, I got to tell them real quick what it is. All that I want you to know what it is. It's at the DuSable Museum of African American History. DuSable Museum, African American History. Tickets.com and get your tickets, or if you're here in Chicago, drive on over to Captain Hard Time. Buy your tickets right there at the Soul Food Restaurant. Southside.
Check it out. That is Michael Colyar. So y'all, we're gonna be talking to him. He's gonna be rocking with us till 8 o'clock today.
Yes.
Now y'all know, Todd, we get out of here a little early, cause it is Wednesday. So we got Urban Brizz's roundtable download. But look, let's get through some of these headlines. You know what? We got a couple minutes. I'm gonna hit some of the top headlines. We're gonna come back. We'll talk to Michael Colyar. Then we're gonna get social media question of the day. And then you know what, Todd? We got all types types of politics. Mike, you've been out of town for a minute, but I'm sure Chicago politics, you remember from the old school.
Oh, I got a story for you.
Oh, well, you know what?
Something just happened yesterday with Chicago politics.
Oh, I can't wait to hear. Oh, I can't wait to hear.
Get on.
All right, so Todd, Todd, have you seen this story with the police officers on the train tracks?
Yeah.
So first of all, let me start by saying I want to send out my sincerest condolences to the 2 Chicago Police Department officers, Conrad Gary and Eduardo Marmolejo, who were killed on Metro tracks yesterday. Was it yesterday? 2 days ago.
I think it's 2 days now.
Now it's approximately 2 days ago. Y'all, apparently they were involved in a chase, but I guess, how were they involved in it? So let me stop, because I think it's too soon, but I just got questions about these 2 people. First, they didn't know they got hit by a train. Okay. Then it was a second train that they didn't see coming. And it seems like the shifting story, the ghost train.
Yes, the ghost train.
So you know what? Maybe you could bring us some light to this, because I feel like there's something fishy is going on with this story, and it's like a moving target. Am I crazy? Am I missing something? Does something seem just...
Tell me the basic story. What happened? What basically what happened?
So basically what happened was 2 police officers were chasing a suspect. They heard a shot spotter said that there was shooting. They went to investigate. Some kind of way they wound up on the tracks, and both of the officers wound up getting hit by a train. Wow. They were running on the tracks, and apparently they got hit. Both of them got hit. Now, yesterday we said there was a suck when you get on the train tracks, and then initially it's a push, and then it sucks you in.
Right.
But it was in an open air. It was open air. You know what? I just don't understand, and I'm not gonna be too messy, because I'm not gonna mess with the police, because you know how they do in Chicago.
My brother police 28 years in this town. Ron Colyar, shout out to him.
Hey, shout out to Ron Colyar. Hey man, Ron, I know he listening. It's Talk Chicago 1690. We'll be back after traffic and the weather.
More of the morning show.
How did both of them get hit?
That's my point. So like I get like one officer getting hit by a train.
That should make the second officer say, hold them up. Wait a minute.
They both got hit at the same time. Then didn't the story come out that they weren't actually chasing a suspect, because the suspect was actually they didn't see the shots or hear the shots.
Right.
The shot spotter heard the shots and said there's shots over there. They proceeded to the spot, and then some kind of way, as they got on the tracks, they went to an elevated, not the L, but an elevated metro station, got on the tracks, and both of them wound up dead. Now, let me just also say that there have also been 2 police suicides in the same exact lot this year.
Wow.
So now you got 4 and 1 suicide. Wow. Wait, 2 suicides and 1 heart attack. What, the lady had a heart attack in the lot too? So 5 police officers have died in that lot this year.
Well, it's stressful being a police officer in Chicago now. We know in Chicago, being a police officer is stressful. You know.
That accounts for the heart attack.
That also
and the 2
that
suicides.
Accounts for the suicide. But I don't know about you getting hit by a train though.
2 people got hit by a train.
2 people got hit by a train.
Yeah, that works for me.
Wow.
I believe that 2 people would be on the track at the same time, at the same place, and neither one of them could.
And nobody saw the other train coming. And Metro said they didn't get no response. They didn't get a call to say slow down the train or somebody was on the tracks. All I'm saying is, if me and you are chasing, and again, they're not chasing a suspect, because they only the shot spotter heard the shots and sent an alert.
They're chasing a rumor.
Right.
Okay.
Bingo.
They're chasing a rumor.
They are chasing a rumor.
Wow.
So now help me understand how 2 people end up dead. 2 police officers end up dead.
Wow. They didn't have much experience.
I got enough experience to say get off the damn railroad tracks.
Much experience on tracks. That's for sure. They might have had a lot of experience as police officers.
No, they didn't. They was
and I do want to know
3 years, I think, was the
on the job.
Yeah.
But we're not laughing at anybody dying. Let's be clear about that.
Right.
But the situation is funny as hell. You know, the 2 guys get that ain't.
Okay, you gotta wait. You gotta wait. Well, you can't. I'm just saying we can't even. There can be no jokes. only because
No, we ain't
these
joking.
Chicago police will kill you. And
And I'm not joking. We're not joking about the police. The situation.
that's crazy.
It was odd. You know, how does something like that even happen?
Like, man, let me just break this down. If black people even hear the rumor of a gunshot in a vicinity, there is a stampede, right? If somebody hear like that, everybody run.
Everybody doesn't run.
Right? And
White
ain't
neighborhood, white folks are like, what's that shit?
firecrackers?
What's happening, Bobby? You know.
Okay, we're back, guys. Can you hear? Can you guys hear?
Yep.
You are tuned in to the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Sitting in with me is former Cook County Board President Todd Stroger. But y'all, we also have comedian, actor, man, playwright. You got a book too, don't you?
Yes.
So author, look,
I got a book on the greatest president in the United States history, Barack Obama, called "A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the White House." I knocked on the door and a brother answered.
You know what? We gonna have some fun, cause you know what?
What it do?
You know, you know what? We're gonna talk about this in the social media question of the
I
day.
didn't really dress for a photo opportunity. I had some cute stuff I could have worn if I knew we was actually gonna be on air like
Look, man, you got you came with a fur, long, full length mink. He got the shoulder. Right? Look. Then got his pays at the appellate. See, that's what you know. He got the sergeant fur coat. You know, he got the general military.
You don't even know what an epaulette is. Epaulette sound like something you get on your foot.
Right.
I was walking, had a big old epaulette, had to put some salve on.
You know what? Does anybody know the recipe for gout? Does anybody know how to fix gout? Because I'm telling you, my foot.
Eating all that rich food.
My foot is like, hello.
Stop eating the pork and drink water, brother.
Okay.
You know, that's the saying, you make too much money.
Yeah, a lot of times it's just a retention of water in your ankles. And Dick Gregory saved me one day. My ankles were swole up. And I asked Mr. Gregory, Mr. Gregory, my ankles are swole up. He said, well, how much water you have today? I said, 2 cups. He said, young man, you need 2 gallons. I went back to my room and drank a gallon of water. I'm telling you, in 20 minutes, my ankles had gone back down. They went back to normal. Water, because all the water gathers around your ankle if you're dehydrated.
You bet. See, that's what my wife said too. She know I was trying to mind my business. She's like, I was drinking a peach snapple. She's like, have you drank any water today? No, baby, it don't taste like peach snapple. Okay, look. All right, check this out. You know, I've been addicted. I just got addicted to this show on Netflix called Narcos. Anybody watching Narcos?
I heard it a couple of times.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you, Narcos, right now in Chicago, Narcos is happening. Narcos Mexico is happening to us. Because the Latinos are uniting the plazas. But I'm watching right now, and if you watch Narcos Mexico, then they tell you the story of how they got to El Chapo. Now, I'm bringing this all up because did you see the story yesterday about the 2 Latino twins who started out as regular street drug dealers and made it all the way up to the top of El Chapo's organization at one point $800 million they were doing annually?
Oh, that's a success story. They were just regular, ordinary drug dealers. Worked their way all the way up.
All the way up. El Chapo status. Hey, man.
Now they're working with the feds.
And now they're working with the feds. Hey, man.
Wait. They went from street level drug dealers to top of the cartel to snitch. Oh, that's full circle.
Hey, man, but all you need to do is watch Narcos to see how it work out for the snitches. Wow. It never works out well for them, and they do it real brutal.
Snitches get stitches.
Oh, but all right. Hey, did y'all see the story about Todd Ricketts and the Cubs?
No.
So Todd Ricketts, that's, you know, now y'all don't get mad at me. But Todd Ricketts, I'm a White Sox fan, but Todd Ricketts makes it very hard to not like the Cubs. Because every time you come over there, man, he take you to the owner's suite. Right. Next thing you know, you sitting in the seats by the TV. Nice. Then you go all the way up to the box. They got the
You see how Mace makes it sound like all of us are doing this, right?
No, I'm saying he make it hard for me. The South Side. Look, man, they got a pop machine that makes cocktails.
Wow.
Like, right, so it's hard. But the thing makes the drink. It dropped the cup, then it dropped the bottle. Anyway, so you get to hanging out.
Alan Carr was a commissioner, a Republican. He took my dad to a Republican reception once. He's like, John, this is how the Republicans act. I think that's what Ricketts is doing for you.
Hey man, well,
This is how the Republicans act.
I tell you what. Well, let me tell you, it's nice not to be. Right. Let me tell you. So but apparently, Todd Ricketts, the Ricketts were so frustrated with Mayor Emanuel that they were actually talking about moving the Cubs because Mayor Emanuel was trying to tell them how they could spend their own money in their own stadium.
Wow.
Now, could you imagine what would have happened if the Cubs moved out of Chicago? Do you know what white people would happen? Do you know what white people would have done if the Cubs would have moved up out of Chicago?
Murder rate would have went up quick.
On the north side.
On the north side.
That just would have been the bars that would have been so upset.
Oh, right.
They made tons of money off of that.
Good God,
They
man.
would've got past the crime.
Man, I'm going to tell you what. But that, you know what, it just goes to say that, you know what? See, that's what money will do for you. Like, white folks be like, you know what, I take my whole day. Look, I take my baseball.
Right.
He going to take my baseball team.
Okay.
He taking his team when he
The whole
leaves.
team. You talking about taking your ball and bat.
Right. He like, I'm going to take the whole team. And the equipment manager. Let me see. Did you see Jose? You know what? Back to this El Chapo stuff. Did y'all realize that Chicago, as this thing comes out, Chicago was like the hub of the El Chapo drug cartel moving their drugs throughout the country?
I didn't know, but I'm not surprised. It's just like the railroad system. It's just the hub, because we're right in the middle of everything.
And you know where they seem to always catch people?
Where?
On I-55. I-55 going south, you see semi-trucks. If you see a new semi-truck and a Latino driving it, you get and that's what they do. And let me tell you what, they did it.
I have to say that views of Mays.
See, that's so let me tell you though, they caught what's his name? Jose Martinez Gomez, 70 kilograms of cocaine.
Wow.
And El Chapo is locked up. And they still moving it through.
I'm still in the house, so I don't know what that really meant.
Hey man, it means
That's when I was strung out in the 80s. What was it?
probably helping you, man. Hey man, well I'm gonna tell you. Check it out. The drug cart. So I'm gonna tell you like this. I have learned on the low key side, I don't want no El Chapos coming to get me.
Exactly.
But all out in the suburbs and man, they are literally buying houses and stacking up drugs and cash. And it's like, hey, y'all, you better watch out. El Chapo is... See, my thing is, when they lock up El Chapo, somebody want to be El Chapo too.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So if we start seeing bodies and heads and bags and stuff, you know it's a war going on out there. Look, man, we running out of time before this break.
It's not a group I want to play with.
Man, you know what?
Let's get back to the police on the
Check this out. Did y'all see that the Senate yesterday agreed to criminal justice reform?
Yes.
87-12. We're going to talk about that a little bit later because it seems like that was what we was fighting. One of the things we were fighting for now because it happened with Trump and the Republicans. Now the black people are like, man, that don't count. It's like, you know what? Leave my cousin in jail and them. Trump did it. My cousin them stay in jail because it's not worth it. I want to talk about that. Plus, did you see the judge snapped on Michael Flynn? Have you ever had?
He didn't play with him.
Have you ever had a plea deal? Anybody ever? No, I'm sure neither one.
We ain't gonna tell you about that.
Okay, well, let me tell you what.
They're not fun.
I've had a plea deal, and it's like when you get in trouble and you like, so, you know my voice ain't that deep.
Right.
So I'm trying to avoid jail at all costs.
Please.
At all costs. Yeah. So when they come to you with the plea deal, you know, you be like, I'll take it.
That's right.
But boy, the worst part of the plea deal is when you go in front of the judge and they say, are you sure? Are you guilty? And you be like, because you know the judge does not have to accept the plea deal. And when you say, yes, I'm guilty, and he change it up on you, you can get locked up for real.
Yeah.
Michael Flynn had to reconsider. He wanted to pull his back yesterday. Hey, we're going to talk about all of this and more. But y'all, when we come back, it's the social media question of the day. I'm your host, Mays Jackson. Sitting there with me is Todd Stroger. Michael Colyar, he's got a one-man show. Don't miss it. We'll be back after traffic, news, and the weather.
Yeah. From the WVON newsroom, here's our
person just wrote in and said their cousin on the police force, and that this is the 6th person that died at that station. They said there's something eerie about that station. Clifton Pierce said, my daughter was a detective at that station. She moved to 6th District 2 months ago. She said that station has some kind of eeriness about it. 5 officers dead in 6 months at the same train station.
I'm telling y'all, man, something ain't right around there. It's like
I want to take Uber. I'm just That's it.
Let's see. So, good morning, Mike. If you could say, you see them people down there, scroll down and say hello to those people on the broadcast.
They still hear us right now?
Man, everybody can see and watch. They hearing you. It's a little delay, but they'll show you. That means a lot to people. And tell them how they can follow you on Facebook and how they can get their tickets.
Hey, Shonda Sunshine, how you doing this morning? What's up, Still? I like that. Still. Water. That's right. Drink that water. You know, if you drink enough water, you can't get sick. Because the water flushes everything out of your system. And that's because usually we get our illness from mucus. But the water cleans all that up, man. You can't die if you drink enough water, man. I mean, a bullet might throw that off a little bit. Let me see. Patrice Roberson, gout is a form of arthritis. I did not know that.
I knew that. My arthritis.
I had arthritis in the middle finger of my right hand, which happened to be my favorite. Essie, I'm thinking about watching the wrong one, Narcos Mexico. Is what I'm watching. Essie.
Narcos Mexico, you need to watch the first Narcos so you can understand Narcos Mexico.
And it's on Netflix.
Yeah, hey man, Narcos is crazy.
Hey Darlene, how you doing out there? Moved. But who leaked the Cubs email? Oh, Sonia, I don't know. Hey Mike Pookie Brown, good morning. Good morning to you.
So you Mike Pookie, now let me tell you, Pookie is a great promoter.
Yeah.
He books a lot of comedy shows in the suburbs and packs them out. Like
Pookie,
packs.
I need to check today. Pookie, make sure you come down and see my show, man, at the DuSable Museum this Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or come to all 4 shows like most of my family members are going to do. This show's so good, I wish I was in the audience watching me. Let me tell you that. Let me see who else we got here. Alvin E. Norton, Chicago is the hub of railroads. That's for sure. I remember when I grew up in the projects on 43rd Street, we lived right next to the railroad track, right there on Federal. So we would go over and steal off of them trains. You know, it wouldn't have a real lock. It just had a little piece of aluminum that was like the lock. You break that off, you open it, and it would be crates of oranges.
They still steal stuff right off.
They still get them the train.
They steal guns off the trains now.
They moved up.
Oranges? Ain't nobody want no damn oranges in Chicago. You can get Uzis.
They steal anything they can. They just take the box.
Y'all got the camera. The camera's on y'all.
Good morning, Everett Myrick. Good morning to you. They rent out a house and found 300 pounds of marijuana and cash. I'm always renting the wrong place. That's my problem right there. Hey, Tamika. Tamika Hope. Bodies already dropping a few years now, but news do not report the murders like they do. Oh, my goodness. Reese. Good morning, Reese. They're not reporting these police suicides. Man, suicide is an ugly situation. Sure. I'm going to tell you, the only thing I'm going to say about suicide is don't do it, okay? Don't do it. But I don't care how bad things are. Things always change, man. A lot of times we let everything affect us just because they come to us. You don't have to let it affect you. You can just stop, relax, stay in your silence, focus, meditate, stay with God, and most of the stuff that come at you will just go right away.
Save it for a few months.
Give it a break, you know. Don't commit suicide. Because what happens if you commit suicide and 5 minutes later things change? Ain't no do-over. Ain't no do-over than suicide. Good morning, Essie. Good morning, Patrice Roberson. Hey, still 4429 and 4331. 4331 was right behind us at 4350 South State. I delivered groceries to 4331. I went to my elementary school was right across the street, Helen J. McCorkle, which is now a community center. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning out there, y'all. Oh, my show, Michael Kai's mom was at the DuSable Museum. All y'all need to come down there.
Is there a link to buy tickets?
Yep, you can just go to you can go on the DuSable page, and it'll give you the link, or you can just go to Brown Paper Tickets.
Tanil, if you're watching, could you just get the link for him and throw it on the site?
Yep.
Also, throw the link in the Lions Den page too. You know we got a lot going. Man, what you got a show on Friday?
Stephanie from Willowbrook. Hey. We see you, girl. Come on now. She said hi to all 3 of us, individual, by name. Hey, Reese, good morning. Hey, Uncle Michael, welcome. And President Todd, hey. You better quit playing good morning. That's Reese Mo. You got to be more careful. You know what I'm talking about? Daryl Rudy or Roddy? What's up? Hey, all right. Who we got up there? What's up, Jeremiah Franklin? Reese, good morning. Hey,
We back, y'all.
We back.
Grab your heifer.
Black.
591-1690.
Not the man.
Oh, I love that. That's good. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. I love me some Christmas.
Guitar. Come on. You are tuned in to the Talk of Chicago, 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Sitting in with me is former Cook County Board President Todd Stroger and comedian, author, playwright, actor, Michael Colyar.
Fish sandwich maker. Do it all.
Now, what you put on your fish sandwich, man?
I don't like to mess up no fish. So I put on just lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise.
Oh,
I don't want nothing else. I don't want no tartar sauce.
You don't want no tartar sauce?
No, mayonnaise. And it's American cheese. A slice of American
See, you are straight from Chicago. See, that's Chicago. Because Chicago is like, and could you put a slice of American cheese? I'd be like, man, I can't. I grew up in Bolingbrook. I need cheddar.
You grew up in Bolingbrook.
I need cheddar.
You don't know about that government cheese.
I do know about. I'm not joking. We know about the cheese. Can I tell you?
He started off somewhere else.
You
Yeah.
need a screwdriver to scrape that cheese.
But can I tell you what? You used to get that cheese from the government, and they would send you that block of cheddar,
Yes.
and it made the best grilled cheese sandwiches
world.
ever. Some days I miss that brown box.
That's right.
Remember, it used to come out in the brown box.
That's right.
Then
A
it had
long
that
square
long.
brown box.
Then it had that
Yes.
super tight wrap.
Oh, you know Paul for real. Then do you know about cornmeal mush?
Oh no.
Oh, come on now.
I know about grits.
No.
Cornmeal mush, the ingredient is on every box of cornmeal. That's what cereal was when you was poor. You would take cornmeal, boil it in water, and it'd be like malto meal or oatmeal. You just put some sugar and milk in it. That was breakfast cereal, brother. And it's on every box of cornmeal. Cornmeal mush.
You know what? I'm gonna have to check that
Poor
out.
people know about that.
I
got
used to
that
eat
silver spoon in your mouth.
cream of wheat, man.
Water.
Nah, stop it, Todd. You know you was having steak and eggs.
Yes, I was given to me by my girlfriend.
Godfrey. Excuse me, Jeffrey, Godfrey, all of them. You know what I'm gonna have when I'm famous? I'm gonna have me a white butler.
That's
I
right.
promise you. I want to get a black person a job, but I want to abuse the white guy.
Did you know the comedian Rodney Winfield?
Yes.
Rodney Winfield, he had a joke. He said, when I get my money, I'm going to get me a white butler. I'm going to have him butt naked. I'm going to ride him around through the house. I'm just riding.
All right, y'all. Hey, y'all. So it's time for the social media question of the day.
Okay.
Social media question of the day. So, y'all, it happened again. And while I'm not surprised, it still continues to dumbfound me. Whenever a black candidate seems to need white votes, they figure out a way to ignore black people. Now, right now we are in one of the most contested, heated mayor's races in the history of Chicago. And Tony Preckwinkle, y'all know that, Todd, we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but Chairman Ed Burke got into a bit of trouble. And so people are now disavowing him. And one of the things politicians do is they give back the money you gave them.
Yeah.
Now, Ed Burke is directly giving Tony Preckwinkle $12,800. Now, I'm going to tell y'all that's peanuts because realistically, it's not the money he gives you. It's the money he tells everybody else to give you. So that's the slickery of it all. But I'm going to let that be.
If you murdered somebody, I'll give you your money back. But other than that, I'm using it for the greater good of the people.
Okay, so that's the words of a politician. But the pressure is mounting, and as Ed Burke's office has been raided 3 times, Tony Preckwinkle, the consummate do-gooder, feels like she has to do good for her progressive rights. Now, let me just tell you, the king of taking black folks for granted, I'm sorry, Brother Colyar, but it is President Obama. right? Hold on, but it's true, man. President, you ain't been to Chicago, but like people, we know that what we talk about is oftentimes is that black candidates who need white votes. Right. Figure out a way to, they know they got the black. There's nothing that Barack Obama could have done that black folks wasn't going to vote for.
That's right.
So understanding that.
Vote for him again.
And,
I hope he run again.
And you know what? Yeah. And he'll never got to acknowledge black people, never, not once. He'll never got to say, black folks, this is your, he can sing the Amazing Grace. You hear that in the background?
That's right, I hear.
Let me tell you how black folks do. What? President Obama, you shoot somebody, Dylan Roof happened, he sing Amazing Grace, y'all be like, that's my president. And don't know, them dead black bodies don't mean nothing. But we find a way for black folks who are trying to get elected by majority audience, figure out a way to ignore black people.
I don't like that. Toni
Preckwinkle just did it again. So as she had decided to return the $12,800 that Ed Burke gave her, now Toni Preckwinkle, who's supposed to be a black candidate, guess who she donated the $12,800 to? Pick the hold on. Pick the names of the organizations.
The Trump Foundation for Betterment.
No. Let me tell you what she did. She donated the $12,800 to Ma Gente and Latinos Progresivo.
Come on, quit playing.
Now this is
for real.
Now, with everything that's happening to black people in the city of Chicago, she is running to be the mayor of Chicago. She's black, and she takes the $12,800 and gives it to, let me say it for you one more time. She didn't pick one. She said, so look, check this out.
Hey, excuse me, white people, at least the like elected type, right? When they see stuff like that, they're surprised.
They're surprised.
Yeah.
And they see you too. They're like, you didn't like us before you was running. No, you ain't fooling us with no little $12,000.
So here's the question, y'all. Social media question of the day.
Okay.
Why is it that why do black candidates who need white votes feel like they have to ignore black people? That's the social media question of the day. Think about this. You find out, I tell you, black folks, when they get in power, they think their job is to keep the other black folks out. White folks, when they get in power, they open up the door. They call their cousins, their grandma and them, etc. Can you imagine? So think about with everything, Brother Colyar, that's going on in Chicago. We got violence, epic violence.
Epic.
We got the highest unemployment. It is the lowest unemployment for black people in the history of unemployment. But in Chicago, it's 18%. Highest in the country. This woman who is, and I'm going to tell you, we're entering into a very racialized, very tribal type of election. And what I feel like is, one more time, this black candidate, you got $12,800.
Right.
Do you know what $6,000 does to a black nonprofit? That gets somebody's salary paid for at least 3 months, depending on who you're talking to. And so when our black candidates have the opportunity to donate, and they donate to Latino organizations, what does it say to us? What should our expectation be when they don't need our vote? Think about that.
Expect nothing.
Expect nothing. They reach out for that Mexican vote.
But so here's my thing. In Chicago, black people, you are a black candidate running for a mayor.
Right.
Who should be the most, who do we have to have expectations to? So do I need to go to a white person to make them be empathetic to our issues? Because as a black person, I just get to say, well, you know, you just said it. They going after that Mexican vote. But they don't got the black vote. Do they get the black vote?
Maybe they believe that the black vote doesn't count, that the black folks aren't going to come out and vote, so they're trying to go for a vote they think they can get, which is she thinks she can get the Mexican vote.
But there's two Mexicans in the race.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's more of, they think I'm going to get this vote.
Back to the drawing board.
I don't have to do anything to work to get this vote. That's what Mays is actually basically saying about President Obama. Is that he felt like he didn't have to work to get the vote. People were going to say, here's a black man from Harvard, I'm voting for him. Okay.
So,
which was true.
So, Mike, you think about it like this. President Obama, What the first thing you ask President Obama what he do for black people? What the first thing black people say? He's the president of all Americans. He can't talk. So, and we knew that he was under assault. So as black folks, we keep our mouth shut. Right? Because we like, man, that brother already getting whooped. We can't be talking about, no, man, we want some freedom and overcome. Right. We can't have him talking about no Dylan Roof right now because we already know these white folks are under assault. Well, now President Obama is gone. Right. You got Donald Trump in office, and now you got to do a evaluation. Take away the symbolism. Talk about what did we get. So when you talk about Latinos, they got immigration reform. Or they attempted to get it. You talk about the LGBT community, they got their third bathroom, and he fought for that. What did he fight for black people? And the challenge becomes, Brother Colyar, is that when we have these black candidates that we are proud of, that we want to support, we don't hold them politically accountable. The white folks understand, let me tell you, the white folks will say, after a primary, why do you even need to talk to black people? What are they going to do? Vote Republican? What could they have done to? What could President Obama have done to make you not vote for him?
Shoot Michelle.
See? And every time black folks got mad at Obama, guess what he did? Rolled Michelle out. And Michelle would come out, we'd be, man, Barack, you said what about? And then Michelle come out and be like, y'all know we love Michelle.
We love Michelle. Don't you say nothing bad about Michelle.
So, that being the point.
Wait, I didn't take this moment to invite Barack and Michelle to the show. Yes. After we saw this week, I just want you to know it could happen. Thomas said he might drop in. Y'all need to come to do South Museum. I got 2 tickets for you, Barack. Matter of fact, I got 4. 2 for Secret Service, and then I got $1. Kids can stay home. I got 2 for you and Michelle, and 2 for your Secret Service. Come to the show. Michael Kai's mama to do Sabo and bring Common.
Hey y'all, it's the Talk of Chicago 1690. When we come back, we're asking the social media question of the day. Give us a call 773-591-1690. Why do black candidates that need white votes ignore black people? We'll talk about it when we come back to Talk Chicago.
Then we'll tell you what's going on with my thing, because I got some political stuff going on with my show.
Okay, so you gonna...
This guy pulled some stuff, I ain't gonna say his name, but y'all gonna know who he is.
Does he look like you?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so tell us the story. You want to tell it on air?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you can tell it on air. So I would tell you, don't talk to the flower. If you got a flower, don't talk to it. Is he an alderman?
Huh?
Is he an alderman? No. Somebody doing political to you?
No, Willie.
That's what I said. He alderman.
He's the alderman, Willie Wilson?
No, Willie Wilson talking about.
Oh, Willie Wilson. No, what did he do?
Well, you know, his people pulled out from trying to help me do this show. See, the thing about this show is it's about my addiction.
Okay.
So I'm asking politicians and clergy to buy blocks of tickets.
Okay.
You know, I did crack for 23 years. So March 1st will be my 8th year of sobriety.
Okay.
So in this play, I act all that out. So we want addicts to come and see this show because they can look at me and say, I've been stuck 3 years. I don't think I'm ever get out. Look at Michael Kite. After 23 years, he stepped away from turning his life around because I'm sitting right in the middle of my dream right now. I just bought my first house. I got a great queen who is my woman. I'm doing film, television, books. My 3rd book coming out. And all that from being an addict. So I've got ministers who are buying blocks of tickets. You know, I'm trying to get people to buy a block of 100, blocks of 50. And then we give the tickets to addicts who can't afford the tickets, right? So his camp, you know, said they wasn't going to get tickets. Then they pulled back the half of that. Then I get a call yesterday. Well, I understand you working with LaShawn Ford. Yeah, LaShawn Ford has said he's going to going to buy a block of tickets. Well, you know we run against each other. No, I don't know any of that. I'm not in politics. This ain't what I'm doing. I'm going to politicians and I'm going to ministers because we're trying to heal people who are addicts. So I don't care who's running for who. I don't endorse nobody. My endorsement is I'm endorsing sobriety. That's what I'm endorsing. You know. Well, now since he's running and you are working with him, then we can't support you. We're gonna pull our support back. I said, brother, you already did that. You did that in this conversation. You know what I'm saying? You already told you.
Who called you?
Hendon. Ricky
Yeah,
Hendon.
I knew that would be Ricky.
Yeah. So what's
Hold on. Now y'all know what I talk about right here on this WVON morning show. What's in it for the black people? What's in it for the black people? What's in it for the black people? I swear to God, I told y'all about these campaigns. I said we cannot allow these campaigns to tear us apart as black folks.
That's right.
Now, let me just say this. Anybody that is trying to help our people, that shows Willie Wilson being a bigger man. Right? This ain't about a political issue. You ain't heard nothing about that man say nothing about politics. He living in L.A. And let me tell you, LaShawn Ford, let me tell you the difference. LaShawn Ford spent, he don't have as much money. And I'm not going to even say it's not calculating. But he ain't never said, I'm going to pull my support because you did this or that. He be like, man, you doing something that's good, whether it helps me or hurts me sometimes. Maybe I need to be accountable, but I'm down. So you saw when he came here and he bought the thing from Quinn and he bought a book. And then when he came to the WVON senior breakfast, remember he didn't say, hey, I can only do this if you do this. He said, I don't want to just show up and take. I want to support the event. So I'm going to say this. Did you talk to the Reverend Wilson, though? Did you talk to Dr. Wilson?
No.
So you should talk to Dr. Wilson.
Yeah, but how does one do that?
We'll put you together.
Okay.
We'll put you together. And you can tell that. I'm going to let you tell the story. And then when you tell the story on air, they're going to call you anyway.
Okay.
I don't want that problem. Yeah, everybody's listening to this show.
Napoleon bought it.
Huh?
Says Napoleon Hill.
Harris.
Napoleon Harris. But black tickets. You know, I don't know who's with what affiliate. I don't know who's with who. I ain't into that. Yeah. Now,
Hey, y'all should send Ricky a tweet or a text.
I've been ready for Christmas since June. I love Christmas. Christmas my thing.
Santa Claus is coming to town. You are tuned into the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Sitting in with me is former Cook County Board President Todd Stroger and author, comedian, actor, playwright, Michael Colyar. Now, Mike, you got a play coming to town. When is it?
This weekend, y'all. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's 21st, 22nd, 23rd. We got 4 big shows: 8 p.m. on Friday, 8 p.m. on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday, 3 in the afternoon and 7 p.m. So you have 4 opportunities to miss me. Come on down. Michael Colyar's mama is off the chain.
Now, Mike, you know we're doing this social media question of the day, and it really revolves around politics, and it revolves around, you know, this whole thing of why is it that people feel like, black candidates feel like they have to ignore black people when they need white votes. Chicago is a real funny political town, man. It is, and black folks here have a real peculiar way. Politics in Chicago has divided black people in a very odd way where we will cut our noses off to spite our faces. You were telling the story when we were on break about how something like that works. You had you here doing a play now. Tell us about your experience.
My play talks about my successes and my failures. You know, I've been rich 3 times.
You was rich 3 times?
Yeah, but I've been broke 14. Okay, so I'm way more comfortable with broke than I am rich. And but I'm also an addict. And this is a story that I tell you. I did crack for 23 years. And as of March 1st, I'll have 8 years of pure sobriety. So my show is a show that's about inspiration and healing. It's about recovery. You know, it's about God, because everything's about family and God. Once you get family and God, then everything else takes care of itself. So a part of my show is a mission to help addicts. And so I've reached out to political folks as well as to clergy. Matter of fact, when I was here 2 weeks ago, I went to 6 churches and spoke and invited people to come out. And I'm asking folks to buy blocks of tickets that they can give to addicts who can't really afford the ticket, and they can come and sit and watch me. They said, look, Michael Colyar, he's sitting smack dab in the middle of his dream. Well, he did crack for 23 years. If he can do it, he turned around 23 years, I can do it. I've only been getting high 2 years, 3 years. So I'm saying reach out to some people. So I've got people who've come in. I want to give a shout out to Senator Napoleon Harris, who bought a block of tickets. You know, I want to give a shout out to State Representative LaShawn Ford, who bought a block of tickets. And we're giving them to folks so they can come and see this. And the show is awesome.
Man, well, you got to get Reverend, you got to get Reverend Dr. Willie Wilson in the game, man. I'm telling you. Dr. Wilson, you know, he give away $500. He get people out of jail. I'm sure that he would want to ensure that addicts have this opportunity.
That's very interesting you say that. Because we reached out to his camp. I spoke to his partner over there, the guy who works with him, Ricky Hendon.
Okay.
And at first they said, yeah, we would love to give. And then they came back and said, well, you know, it is a political race going on right now, so we can't give as much as we initially said we'll give. We'll give you half of that. So I said, cool. I talked to him yesterday, and he was like, well, I understand you also working with LaShawn Ford. And I said, yes, Representative Ford is buying a block of tickets. Well, you know, we in a political race against each other, so, you know, I can't work with you if you're working with him. I said, hold up, brother. I'm not in no political thing. I don't even know who's running against who. I live in Los Angeles. I'm from Chicago. Robert Taylor Home, 4352 South State, popping that on that. And then Morgan Park, South Side, graduated in 75. Anyway, but I love this city. This is the greatest city in the world. I'm from Chicago. All I'm trying to do is heal addicts, you know. But if you work with LaShawn Ford, we want to pull back. We're going to take back what we was going to give. We're not going to give. I say, well, brother, you've already done that. And in this conversation, you've already done that. You can pull back what you already promised because of something political. That, for me, that's more like political pandering. That don't have nothing to do with helping the community. And that's what Brother Ford is trying to do. That's what Brother Harris is doing, is understanding that a whole bunch of addicts could sit down and say, wait a minute, that brother changed his life. I can change mine.
You were talking to the political arm. I think that you talked to Dr. Wilson, which is the other arm, the foundation given arm. He'll probably feel differently than
Reverend Dr. Willie Wilson.
I don't want to do that, though.
Dr. Wilson, you just did it right now.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what, Dr. Wilson is a faithful listener, and Dr. Wilson is a good-hearted person, so we're going to talk about that. I got a feeling.
I believe he's a good-hearted person. I ran into him in a soul food restaurant.
I'm going to tell you, because he probably going to come see us Captain Hard Times. If not, he probably come check out the peaches. Check this out.
I love the peaches.
Now check this out, y'all. This is what I want to say, because I know I got a little bit off with this topic, but here's what I need for you all to do. I need for black candidates and the black folks.
Black folks.
We need to pay attention to how people treat us.
Thank you.
When they don't have to.
When they don't need it.
So right now, you watched Madam Toni Preckwinkle take $12,800. Now, $12,800 to us, to her, that's peanuts.
Yeah.
But $12,800 could pay the salary for 6 months of a staffer at a nonprofit.
That's right.
She had a choice. Now, she gave it to one organization, I could have seen it. But she chose two, and she chose, over you black people, Ma Gente and Latinos Progresivo.
Wow.
Black folks, when we got the chance to make the play for each other, we got to make the play for each other. Because I'm going to tell you, if a Latino elected official got that, you think he coming to the Urban League?
Oh, that money ain't
you think he going to NAACP?
Forget about that.
You think he going to donate to what's in it for the black people? No. So... So I'm trying to help y'all. None of that money. And so black folks, remember yourself first. Look, we gotta have some self-love. Look, y'all talk black, brown. I've been to a lot of Latino meetings, and the only time I hear black, brown is at the black meetings. At the brown meetings, they don't never say black. They say we gotta take care of ourselves. Now, that don't mean we gotta hate nobody else. But we got to make sure that we preserve our own self-interest. Hey, it's the Talk of Chicago. When we come back, y'all, we're going to talk politics in Chicago with Todd and with Michael Colyar. We'll be back after traffic news and the weather. Good stuff.
Mike, how long you been a comedian?
This is my 33rd year. I started in 86.
So what did you do?
I'm thinking about sticking with it. Huh?
What did you do before then?
Love this.
Well, I'm not gonna.
Oh my God!
I don't have a follow-up question for that one. I got one, but I can't say it.
I was in high school. I became an actor in high school, and I knew that's what I wanted to do the rest of my life. And it's funny, I had on a station, sorry to say, 103 was on my radio coming in. And they were talking about, well, what did you want to do when you were younger, and are you doing it now? You know, when you were a kid, well, when I was a kid, that's what I said I wanted to do, be an actor. Right. I really wanted to be an actor. And then I couldn't make a living. I was starving to death trying to be an actor. And then somebody said, hey, try comedy. And because I was always funny. And I started doing comedy, and white folks would just come up and hand me money. And I was like, damn, I like this. So comedy kept me in a realm where I could do acting. Yeah. So now I'm doing plays, I'm doing movies. I'm in a sitcom right now that's off the chain called The Rich and the Ruthless. I'm doing what I want to do, which is being an artist. Everything I do is just acting, writing, performing, at the same time healing and unfolding into my greater self. So this is what I always wanted to do, so I'm actually doing it. So when I heard on the radio show, I was like, that's a great question. What did you want to be when you were a kid? And are you in that space now? Did you grow into that? And that's what I'm doing. I can't see me doing nothing else. I mean, I can rob liquor stores, but I have to be the driver. I'm scared to carry the gun.
No, so, Mike, so tell me about how does one last 30 years in the comedy game and be addicted to crack? So if you said you was in...
I was a functional addict.
Okay.
That's what the story. When are you gonna come and see the show?
You gotta send me some tickets, man.
You got the tickets. Just tell me when you come.
Okay, I'll talk to Kerry.
And I got you on. You in there like somewhere. I was a functional addict. Nobody knew I was getting high except people getting high with me. You know, I wasn't getting high in the street. You know, I went 33 years and did all kind of shit. Y'all ain't never seen no story about my guy. You ain't never heard no rumors. Ain't nobody ever said nothing bad about me because y'all ain't see me. I was a functional addict. You know, I mean, Bernie Mac was my friend. He didn't know I was getting high. Bernie Mac got me on Def Jam the first season. I didn't even know there was a thing called Def Jam. He knew 40 to air and made them put me on. He said, you got to see this brother named Mike Kai, and got me on. Robert Townsend put me in his first film, Hollywood Shuffle. He didn't know I was getting fucked up. He had no clue. The only people knew was the handful of people I would get high with. Plus, I wasn't the kind of addict that could get high and go all out in the street. Let people see me, you know. But I'd be, man, I'd come home 3:30 in the morning, man. Eyes roll around my head, heart beating fast, sweating like R. Kelly in the playground. That's what I was, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't mess up my family money, you know. I mean, I wouldn't like...
You wasn't taking the toaster or nothing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got family members, all the money spent for all the utilities and bills because they spent the night getting high. Not me. I decided how much I was going to do. And when I got to that, I was going back to the ATM machine. And I was high enough then. I couldn't go no further. I was already crawling around the floor looking for little white shit. They little speck, you know. I done smoked more in. Anyway. but I've seen so many people go through it and come to the other side, and I love going to the program, to the AA program, because it doesn't matter which addiction agency you go to. All of them are about recovery and recovery. I mean, there's people addicted to everything, to food, to shopping, to shoes. There's people addicted to all kinds of stuff. It doesn't matter what the addiction is. You can get over it if you get in a program that reminds you who you are, that keeps God first and stuff like that. So I'm about to get able to kind of heal people, you know, because when you heal others, you heal yourself. This question you're talking about today is really about the success of America in training black people to hate each other. You know, black people, you know, they hate each other. Hey, Malika, I'm on the air. Are you on the plane? All right, good. I can't wait till you get here. I'm on the air. I had to have a nice flight. See, she's the one that actually put the show, running my show for and produced the show. She's so awesome. She knows what everything is. You know, how to get the light, how to get the sound, how to work the people, everything, you know. So she gonna help me. I'm gonna make $2 million on the show once I get it going. This is the first show of 100. I'm doing 100 cities.
Really?
Yeah. So I did 10 shows of this in LA. Everybody came out. Eddie Bassett said it blew her away. Lou Gossett said it blew his socks off. He can't wait to see it on Broadway. Robert Townsend, who I talk about in the show, was there. He said it changed his life. He said, brother, you came out on that stage and peeled your skin off and gave it to us raw for 2 hours. He said, you did stuff I didn't know we can do as actor comedians on the stage. Jennifer Lewis made everybody stand up, although I don't think you're supposed to scream out in theater, stand up, bitches, but she did it. Then the National Black Theater Festival picked it up. We did it there. They said it was the best show of the season. So now we're going to do 100 cities. This is the kickoff.
Are you going to turn it into like a Netflix or anything?
I was thinking the same thing.
I shot it for Netflix already. We haven't sold it to them yet, but we shot it and edited it. It is off the chain.
Do you have any so are you moving away from comedy? Is it, because you said it's not a comedy show?
No, but it's a lot of comedy in it. I mean, it's a drama, but my life is just full of comedy.
I would think it would be like John, what's his name?
Leguizamo?
Thank you. It was.
I wish that I could
was
do
about
like
his
John
life
Leguizamo. That was the shit. That was the truth.
I didn't watch it. Is it good?
He's done 7. He's done 7 one-man shows on Broadway. He's off the chain. He's the truth. He's like, I do 17 characters. He does 15, 16 characters and distinct. I mean, everything about each character is absolutely different than the one before him. It's not like I like bleed into one character. I play my mama for a little bit. I play my daddy. I play these characters. This dude is that character, then he's that character. That boy bad. John Leguizamo, no, he's the truth at that one-man comedy shit. Yeah, he's about.
It's about his life.
Yeah, it's about his life, man, and his community and the people around him, the folks he grew up with. That's the story. It's really about my life.
How'd you get started?
With what? Performance or addiction?
Performance. Shit. That might be the better question. You know what? So check this out. I'm about to call an audible.
Okay.
Oh damn, you leaving? You know what? I was gonna do 8 o'clock. We could have did that.
No, I'm good till about 8:15. I need to be I need to be downtown in GCI at 8:45. The whole.
Oh, you know what though? He could take Outer Drive. He could go that way.
Yeah, take Outer Drive. Yeah.
But I always put in, you gotta walk to your car, you gotta walk from your car.
Park in the circle.
Yeah, you gotta park over there.
Yeah, it's not
yeah, I
as
probably
simple
should
as
leave at 8.
Yeah, we don't want to mess sure.
8:05.
And then, all right, I'm a talk politics with Todd. All right, so look, we're gonna push this all down. Todd, we're gonna kind of talk. Michael Colyar, we'll talk about kind of you for this first segment. Okay. Then I'll move into politics.
Okay.
And then so we'll talk about you. You tell your story.
Yeah, because I met Willie Wilson when I came here a few weeks ago.
Don't worry about the Willie piece. Now let's do Michael Colyar. Let's get up. Let's kind of tell the Michael Colyar story.
Okay.
We back, y'all.
We back. We back. We wish you an Merry Christmas. We wish you an Merry Christmas and a time day. Bloop, blop, 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 blop. Blood clot. Rastafari.
You are tuned in to Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. And y'all know how we do at the top of the hour. Gotta say what's up to the WVON Morning Show team. What's up to Annette Flournoy in the newsroom. Miss Sonia Escobar, she's the musical conductor of the Soul Plane. I got Todd Stroger, former Cook County Board President, and Mr. Michael Colyar. He is a comedian, actor, author, and playwright. Got a show. But you know what, Sonia, I was thinking?
What?
I was just thinking, Sonya, the Soul Plane is still on the tarmac.
Okay.
You know, I got so carried away that this the Soul Plane for real because we late taking off. Sonya, get the Soul Plane up in the air. We got to get to 50,000 feet. That's what I'm talking about. We got to get high. Now, speaking of that, you know what? Hey, y'all. Now, I told y'all at the beginning of the show, my phone rang.
Okay.
213 area code. Like, who is this? I'm thinking it's a bill collector. Hello, may I speak to Mr. Maze Jackson? I'm like, who's calling? Who's calling? Then, it's Michael Colyar. Hello, the Michael Colyar? You mean the one from Def Comedy Jam that I watched when I was a shorty? I seen you in the movies.
Yes, sir.
Well, yes, I would like to be on the WVON Morning Show if you could find a space to fit me in. Can I find a space to fit you in? How about you can spit in the whole show? WVON family, I want to let you out, because if you all are just waking up, you just get in the car, or you are just tuning in on Facebook Live, sitting in with us all day is Michael Colyar. I tell the story of going back to all of us used to pile up on Friday nights in the room at our frat house. We would get our drinks together, and we would sit down, and we would all watch Def Comedy Jam.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, you would see comedians here and there, but then they said, Michael Colyar from the south side of Chicago. And the whole deck went up because we was like, that's our man. He from Chicago.
I love Chicago.
And since that point, I've always admired your comedy. You always made it funny. So why don't you know what? You're here with us today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about your story in and of itself, Mike?
Well, you know, I'm from Chicago. Like I say, I'm telephone 4352 South State, apartment 909. And then we moved out to Morgan Park, Southside, 113th and Carpenter. They call it the Wild Hundreds. I was there before it was the Wild Hundreds. You know?
Wow.
We got there in 68. I graduated from Morgan Park High School in 75. And they had everything there, man. They had Latin class. I took 4 years of Latin. Can't use it nowhere. but I got a chance to do it there. And so I started out by doing, you know, I was trying to be an actor. I was with Free Street Theater, which is still a theater here, a theater company. Back then we had to be triple threat, you know, sing, dance, act. And I was doing my thing, but I was starving, brother. You can't make no living acting. And then one day I started doing comedy on State Street with these two black guys who called themselves Straight Up. It was Byron Chapman and John Toles Bay. And they said, you need to come out and do street performance. I was like, dude, I'm not coming to no street performance. I ain't no street puppet. Then I watched them one day get their money. Yeah. I mean, they stood down there just during the lunch break. They walked away with a sack full of money. I thought, all right, at least try it. And so that got me
I know
doing
people who
comedy.
played the violin and they played in the subway and they made money.
And made a killer.
You can really make money.
You can make some money if you put it in the right spot, you know. I mean, I made a little bit of money on State Street. Then I said, I'm gonna try.
We used to see R. Kelly in the singing in the subway. Used to be trying to throw rocks at him now.
Well, check this. We left Chicago. I left Chicago after the first year because winter came. What am I trying to hear? No jokes. In December. So
I know nothing funny in December.
So I packed everything that would fit in my car, so everything else, and I drove to LA to do comedy in the street. So I started doing Venice Beach. I looked up R. Kelly was on Venice Beach. He did 8 months of singing on Venice Beach. But Venice was rough. You know, he stayed there for a while. He moved on. So was the
He
Boys.
moved back to
The group called The Boys.
the Boys is on
They
Venice.
started out on
Just
Venice
down
Beach.
my heart.
That's right.
That's Carrie.
Right.
Carrie loves the Boys.
So,
Go ahead.
So that's what I did. I did comedy and then I started getting the film and television. Like I said, Bernie Mac, the one got me on Def Jam.
What was your big break? What was your first big
I
break?
haven't had it yet, but I've done some great things.
Okay, so what are some of the greatest accomplishments you
Well,
said this far?
I co-created Comic View. I won Def Jam for $100,000, gave half to the homeless, which was really the thing. Well, we Star Search. I won Star Search for $100,000. So I gave half to the homeless. That was the biggest thing I ever did.
Okay.
For me. Because I just think if you ever want to have anything, you got to learn to give it away. You know, if you give everything to everybody, you'll have so much stuff, you won't have no place to put it. So I'm all about trying to give. You know, so I went to California actually to be a millionaire. But got there and realized that the plan is not about me. It's about me finding you. Once I find my brother, then I find myself. So instead of trying to be a millionaire, I attempt to be a billionaire of being. I want to be the greatest human I could possibly be. So instead of trying to make a living, I live my making, and my making shall make my living. Don't get me started.
Man, you're so deep, man. So how you pay your bills?
So anyway, I tell jokes. I tell jokes. I pass the hat. So I went out there and did comedy, and then along the way, I stumbled into my addiction. You know, and I think it was Robin Williams who said cocaine is God's way of saying you're making too much money. So
right.
I got there and started, you know, doing my drug thing, but I always was, you know, like I said, I was a functional addict that kept it quiet. Nobody knew about it unless you were getting high with me. You know, one day I had this rock. I said, wonder what would happen if I dropped that on a hot piece of glass. Anyway, 23 years later, I was trying to dig myself up out of that. So I ended up having an addiction for 23 years on crack cocaine. And so, like I say, March 1st, I have 8 years of pure sobriety. So every place I go, I try to help other people, heal other people, show them the way. I can change my life at any moment I choose, but what moment shall I choose? And that's what I want to tell people.
So Mike, you know, you come from Chicago, man. Talk to me about why you felt you had to leave.
Well, the weather drove. But you know, my whole life when I wanted to be an actor, so I got to Morgan Park and started doing all the plays with my friends Darryl Reed and Vance Williams. We all said we were gonna be actors, so I was always on my way to Hollywood anyway. But as a matter of fact, when I used to run away from home, I lived at 43rd State. I would always go to 43rd Street and start running away walking west, because I knew that California was west of Chicago. On the map, though, it was only like that far. I didn't know there was no 3,000 miles. My daddy would send my brothers to go find me. Michael ran away again, go to 43rd and hit west. And they could just drive, go west, and they would see me walking in that direction. So I was trying to get to Hollywood my whole life. So once I got there, I've just been blessed to actually utilize it. You know, I've done 37 films, I'm doing sitcom. I'm in a sitcom now that's on a streaming channel owned by Bob Johnson, who created BET and the whole network. He has a streaming section called UMC, Urban Movie Channel, which is off the chain. And Victoria Rowell Drusilla from The Young and the Restless put together a sitcom we're doing called The Rich and the Ruthless, man. We're in the 3rd season of that. So I'm doing everything I've ever wanted to do. Film, television, writing poetry, writing books, doing plays, and I turn all that around from being an addict. And I know if I can do it, anybody can do it. They just need the assistance of other people. Just a little bit of help.
And so, speaking of addict, I mean, that is truly inspirational. You got a one-man show.
My one-man show off the chain. It's called Michael Colliar's Mama.
Now, you was telling us that you did it in L.A. and you got rave reviews. Tell the people about what they could expect.
Oh man, you can expect to have it. So we did it in LA, and like I said, Angela Bassett came. She said it blew her away. Lou Gossett said it blew his socks off. Can't wait to see it on Broadway. Robert Townsend said it changed his life. Jennifer Lewis made everybody stand up. I can say that word. She made everybody stand up.
You can say snitches.
Snitches. She said, "Yeah, stand up, snitches," but with the B in it. And then we got picked up the National Black Theater Festival. They said it was the best theater, the best show of that festival last season. I'm going back again this season. So then I shot it for Netflix, and some people said, "Well, are we boycotting Netflix?" Not me. I'm boycotting Netflix.
We boycott Netflix. Man, have you seen Narcos?
Man, I'm boycotting poverty. That's it. I just bought my first new home. I'm 61. I don't feel a day over 59. But I just bought my first house, man. So I ain't turning down nothing but my collar. You know. So now we've shot it for Netflix. That don't mean Netflix gonna buy it. We ain't even talking to Netflix. We shot it for Netflix, but they don't buy it, it's okay. I'll sell to HBO. If not them, Showtime. If not them, out the trunk of my car. I don't let nobody stop me from doing what I'm doing. It's shot and it's beautiful. It's off the chain. But people can come and see it live at the world famous historical DuSable Museum of African American History, Friday night at 8 o'clock, Saturday night at 8 o'clock, or Sunday you get 2 shows, 3 o'clock and 7. All you have to do is go to brownpapertickets.com and get your ticket, or you can go over to the restaurant on 79th Street, the world famous Captain Hard Times. You know, that's Mother Wade's
Victor Love.
Victor Love, all of that, and pick up your tickets live. But the show it's about recovery. It's about life. It's about our mamas. You know,
man, but is it going? Man, I don't wanna. Like, man, is it gonna be like Precious and everybody gonna be sad? Are we gonna get some laughs?
You're gonna be laughing so much you're gonna be sick. It is so hilarious because the funniest thing in the world is the truth, brother. You know, ain't nothing funny than the truth. And so you gonna be laughing. I guarantee this show too.
There y'all. That's a guarantee from the Michael Colyar. All right, y'all. Look, when we come back, Todd, so much going on. I can't wait to talk politics with you. And Mike, I can't wait to hear your commentary on it. We'll talk about it all when we come back after traffic and the weather.
Thank you.
Okay.
Great. We feel good too.
Yeah.
It's only 7:15.
Yeah. Oh. Now you got them people. Huh?
Time flies when you ain't doing shit.
Oh, you ain't doing shit. So don't forget them people, man.
They hear me right now, so I can talk to them now.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
yep.
beautiful. Let me bag this up because I missed some people. I want to say hi. Hey, baby, how y'all doing out there? Let me bag that up. Oh, man. Pam Howard from Morgan Park.
Do me a favor, Mike.
4 hearts on that.
Do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
And say hello to Madison Ware.
Madison Ware. Hello, Madison Ware. Where are you, Madison Ware? How you doing, Madison Ware? Happy, what's today, Wednesday?
Now, Madison, today is Wednesday the 19th. I ran into Madison this weekend at Costco, right? And she is 8 years old. And check this out. So her dad was like, look, I'm walking down the aisle. Like, that's Maze Jackson.
I told you he was famous.
And I'm not famous. But then, it's not the dad, because I talk politics, but I was like, now, what's your name? She's like, my name is Madison, and I watch the show every day with my dad, or I listen on the way to school. I was like, now, you can't be listening to it on the way to school because you might get mad. She was like, I listen every day. And I said, well, you tune in on Monday, and I'm going to say your name on the radio. And I said it on the radio on Monday. She is like 8, and she was like, yes! And she did that in the aisle, and it was like, I felt like.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome. When you can touch people's lives, that's one of the great things about being a celebrity for me. It's not about stuff I get, but it's lives I can touch, man. You know, I walk into rooms and people just laugh. They just laugh. They just look at me like, I used to be mad because I thought they was laughing at me. But they were really laughing with me. And when you can bring joy to somebody just because you walked into the room, that's powerful, brother. And that's healing. Madison, we proud of you. Keep on watching this show every single solitary day. And when you can't watch it, tape it. Come back and watch it later. Tanil, how you doing? Queen's sister. Asked what my relationship is with Steve Harvey. I know Steve Harvey very well, and he has helped me several times do awesome things. You know, I don't know how tight we are, nothing like that. You know, he's wealthy, and I'm a day player. You know, so I think birds of a feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in my heart, my spirit, I'm wealthy, but I can't really buy nothing of any substance. Okay, but I don't think that Steve Harvey's one person. I really think he's a clone. There's no way that one person is doing 19 shows. It just ain't possible. But what I will say about him is I love his work acumen. I don't know anyone with a stronger work acumen than Steve Harvey. He had figured out how to do the game, how to make the thing work, you know. Now let me see.
Mike, do you know Vince Bass?
No, not by name.
Vince Bass. So Vince managed a bunch of comedians. I think you'll know him if you see him.
I probably do know him. A lot of people I know by sight, but not their names.
Unfortunately for you, Vince Bass, I would tell him how you know him, but you know I won't say that.
He didn't meet me at the after hour, did he?
He met you at probably Comic View. One of his artists used to be.
Oh, Comic View. Who's one of his artists?
I just can't even give him no love. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Shade, and it's shade too. So sorry.
Sorry. All right, Abdul Shaheed. You remember Mike got on Jerry curls on Venice Beach Boardwalk? Yeah, I ain't never had no Jerry curls. No, I ain't never had no Jerry curls. I did have finger waves once. But that's when I was still in Chicago.
Was you folks or Vice Lord? Well, if you was
I wasn't neither one of them, but the leader of Blackstone Rangers grew up in my building. Jeff Ford grew up on the 14th floor of my building, 4352 South State Park, Manhattan.
What?
So my family knew him, you know. But no, I had 4 big brothers. I didn't have to be in a gang. I was in a gang. We were born a gang. So shout out to you, Abdul, brother. FC, what's up? Sharon Ugochi Minor, big up. And big up to Miss Denise in there. She's giving you a shout out. Morgan Park all up in there. Thank you, Pam Howard, Queen Sister Morgan Park, Dead Black Woman, and a cover up. I don't know about that.
We're back.
There's a back cover up, a Dead Black Woman, there's a cover up.
Huh?
There's a cover up about Dead Black Women in Morgan Park.
Oh, I don't know. We have to find. I don't know about that one. We have to figure that one out.
That's scary.
Queen Sister, what you know about that?
That's sexy right there. Oh, man.
You are tuned in to the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Hey, y'all, we got an action-packed show. I'm telling you, I'm over here cracking up. But we got former Cook County Board President Todd Stroger, as well as comedian, actor, playwright, and author.
Professional food.
Michael Colyar in the studio.
So sexy. I just want to get butt naked, watch a black and white movie, and catch a nap.
Okay. Well, just make sure there's some women in the room. Just make sure it's...
By myself, a glass of lemonade.
All right, y'all. So check this out. Todd, you know, it's been a minute since you've been here, but this mayor's race has gotten action-packed.
It's action-packed.
So let's just run through a few things, and I want to get your insights, and I want to talk about it. So let's start here. Let's start with the Jeremiah Joyce Bill Daley challenge. And how did that come about, and then how did it get healed in your estimation? So for those of you that don't understand, Jeremiah Joyce was the political brain behind the Daley operation. Would you agree or disagree?
Oh yeah, I totally agree. They were your neighbors. They lived in Beverly.
Oh,
right. Okay. Right. And so understand that the Joyces. So when you saw that Jerry Joyce, the son of Jeremiah Joyce, was running against Bill Daley, and that he led the challenge, something about that did not make sense to me. Because again,
well, have you heard Ricky Hendon's logic of why they challenge all the black people?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ricky says that they challenge all the black people because the people that they are trying to get to vote for them are also his candidates' voters. So if he can knock them off the ballot, they will turn and look at his candidate as the most viable person.
So Ricky is making a hardcore appeal for black voters.
Correct.
So he wants to eliminate all the black voters on the ballot. Right. Then Jerry Joyce, well, both Jerry Joyce, Bill Daley, McCarthy, Vallis Chico even, but Chico's in a blended spot. They all want to get the white male vote, per se.
That's right, and also what we would call the government worker vote, the police and fireman type vote. They all are looking for that same space.
So, but again, I guess when you saw how aggressively, and I get this, how aggressively Jerry Joyce went against Bill Daley, particularly, understanding the long-term family history, something about that was puzzling. Something about that just made me say, what is going on? But I'm going to tell you.
Politics is a blood sport. He didn't say nothing about his mama. So,
That's right.
other than that, pretty much everything else is in bounds.
Everything else is in bounds, and when you black people, they'll say something about your mama, too.
Oh, yeah.
They'll say something about your mama.
Everybody love their mama.
And so everybody
love their mama. Criminals love their mama. Everybody love their mama.
So I think what you saw was once Jerry Joyce dropped his challenge of Bill Daley, who, by the way, has now exceeded $3 million raised in this campaign, which that's already $3 million. Now that has happened, then you saw that Paul Vallis dropped his challenge of McCarthy, and so all the white men dropped all the challenges.
Yeah, and now they figure, we better split this stuff up. Because somebody is, for $3 million, they know Bill Daley is going to have a message. He already has a message out.
Hey, man, Bill Daley on TV right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Wow.
Now, Mike, when you were here, was there a Daley mayor?
Oh, yeah. I lived through the Daley era, the real Mayor Daley.
Did you ever get a chicken?
No.
They didn't get a chicken in every pot? Yeah, they ain't never passed out the
A lot
chickens.
of chickens went through the neighborhood. I didn't get mad, but they was out there.
They was out there.
I lived in the project, so there was a whole lot of chickens in the project.
I keep trying to tell people chicken in every pot was real. So here now what we see is all the white men are in the race, but we've also got now this Tony Preckwinkle challenge, which you saw Susanna Mendoza got upset because she said, why is Tony Preckwinkle challenging all the women of color? Now, I just want to know, when has Susanna considered herself a woman of color?
Ooh.
First of all.
Ouch.
Because she ain't never been down parts with no black, brown, nothing. She has been the green team's brown girl.
Wow. The
I will
OJ
say
of politics.
that you are right that the Hispanics see themselves as a separate group, and when they need allies, they will come together.
And call themselves people of color.
Right.
Use our political power and then exit the door.
But their strategy is not to be in a big bowl with us and try to do things. It's to get things for their group and their people.
So, y'all, see how this is going? See, and meanwhile, so just think about this. And Tony Preckwinkle, on the flip side, is giving her money to, what is it, La Magente and El Progresivo Latino?
Wow. That's kind of strange. I don't get it.
You get it. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you why you get it. Because Tony Preckwinkle, the black people together, and the longer that black people have not come together under her, the weaker she looks with the white folks who expected her to be the black candidate. They expected Tony Preckwinkle to kick all the black people out.
Which means less money.
Which means less money, but it also means that with right now, Tony Preckwinkle has to, because she's not the black candidate,
right?
She's got to find other pieces. She's got to bring together her piece of the pie to get to the runoff. So now she can't count on black folks. So now what is she doing? And she's compromised where she would have another natural base in the gay community with who? She's compromised with Lori Lightfoot being a straight out openly gay candidate, right?
Who lives on the north side.
Who lives on the north side. So as she's trying to pull her pieces together, it's the path to victory is becoming broader. So now she can't just claim the black woman because there's all those black women and actually, so she's trying to put all these pieces together, Todd. I think so Susanna, who was an Ed Burke disciple. Come on now. She was a wholly owned creation. And then she added HDO and she started adding. But now her mentor has been raided 3 times. They say that there's an alderman in working with the feds right now, which is why Ed Burke is in trouble. But I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be a lot more people having challenges if this person is tricking.
Well, I don't know, Tony, but she's gotten more publicity from you today than she probably had. I said her name now in the 47th time. I never even heard.
You know what we call her?
What?
You might have known her as her other moniker.
Oh.
We call her Queen Sugar. Because she tried to pass the sugar tax on us, so she tried to pass pop tax, so we named her Queen Sugar. So I tried to stop calling her Queen Sugar because of the dynamics of this race, right? Because of all of these. See, I didn't look, man. Can I just tell y'all, when I was saying Queen Sugar, I was making a joke off the TV show. Me too. I had no clue that it meant like. I didn't know Queen was a double entendre. So I'm sorry, Madam Queen President. I wasn't trying to call you Queen.
That's a soundtrack from Queen.
Right? See, you see how that works? See, it take them a minute to catch on. And sometimes, Mike, I feel like my comedy is misinterpreted. But let me just tell you, when we come back, Todd, you know what I want to talk about? Nope. I'm going to tell you what I want to talk about.
My show at the DuSable, Michael Collier's mama?
Yeah, that too. Okay. We're going to talk about Michael Collier. We're going to talk about Michael Collier's mama, and we're going to talk about Ed Burke and what it means, because you know him personally. Collier's mama, and we're going to talk about Ed Burke and what it means, because you know him personally. Talk Chicago 1690. We'll be back.
Live from the WVON newsroom.
Okay, Mike. You got the break. You got the break. Talk to the people. Sell your tickets. Do your thing.
Hey, y'all know y'all need to come to my show, but right now let's just say hi to some people. Clifton Pierce said, come by Hard Times Restaurant today at 7. He'll be sitting right there in the booth at the corner. Y'all want to go down there and say hi to Clifton Pierce at the corner. Y'all want to go down there and say hi to Clifton Pierce. He will be there. Oh, he'll be sitting at the counter selling tickets. I love that, Clifton Pierce. I'm glad you're there, brother. And the address is 436, and I said that right earlier, didn't I? 436 East 79th Street. Erica Lambert, love the sweatshirt, Maze Jackson. Okay, Generation Tennille. Hey, Tennille. Hey, Sharon. Essie. Sister Queen Sugar. Hilarious. Denise Russell, welcome back to my hometown, Chicago. You'll be in Palmdale. Wait a minute.
Sounds rich.
In Palmdale for the holidays. I will too. I'll be back in Palmdale on Christmas Eve. This will be my first Christmas in my new house. I'm very excited. Very excited. Don't know how I'm going to pay the house note next month, but I don't give a damn. Powerful indeed. Hello, Celine, Nicole. Good morning, Nicole. Vince Bass. What up? What up, Vince Bass? If y'all in Chicago, please come down and see my show this
His
weekend.
name's been mentioned about 20 times now.
Really? Who is he?
Vince Bass? Oh, that's who.
Oh, he actually I know him. That's the guy who promotes comedians.
That's right.
I guess you will make it to my show. At least I hope you do, brother, because you're going to see something great. Edward Muhammad, assalamu alaikum, my brother. Denise Russell, good morning. She was saying good morning to Nicole, too. I hope Nicole got that. Sharon, Sunshine Up, Anthony, this brother, hilarious. Thank you, Anthony. Good morning, Ronald. Oh, so you have guests.
Oh, you tripping?
Yes.
Oh, you want to tell some jokes, huh?
Yeah.
About some guests, huh?
Got that Buddha. Somebody said I had a fireman in my car. I worked at 411, and he called the shop and shot his shot back in the day. What's 411? 411, what's that?
What's his information? What happened now?
Somebody said that they worked at 411. I called and shot my shot. I don't know what 411 is, Nicole, but thank you for letting me shoot my shot. I hope I hit the mark.
Yeah.
Jonathan, good morning. To Neil, Tamiko Ho. Get your what?
Tamiko Ho. So Tamiko is telling you to tell people, get their Winterfest tickets. Their What's in It for the Black People Winterfest tickets.
What is that?
So we have a group, we have an organization called What's in It for the Black People.
Oh, What's in It for the Black People.
And we are a political action committee, so we have a PAC, we raise money,
right.
but also we advocate for black self-interest in any situation. So right now we're about to get involved in the medical, and not the medical, but the recreational cannabis fight to ensure that there's a 20% carve out just for black people, not minorities.
Well, you know I'm working with Mike Tyson.
No.
So Mike Tyson's going to do comedy. It's sort of like Curb Your Enthusiasm, except he's the center of it, surrounded by his friends. who's just off the top of our head doing our thing. So Russell Peters, the comedian, me and him play his best friends.
Really?
Right? It's called Rolling with the Punches.
Okay.
Mike Tyson is now selling medical marijuana. He has 740,000 acres of it. And it's some of the best weed in California.
What you know about that?
I just hear about it.
Okay,
I smell
you
it.
know what? So when I come to Cali, because
Yeah.
I think we might even go to LA. We're gonna be
You come to
texting.
Cali, I will take you to Mike Tyson's. It's called the Tyson Ranch, brother.
Really?
It's off the chain for real. And they got the medical marijuana that you can rub the stuff on your skin and stop arthritis. My woman is rubbing it on her ankle right now because her foot is messed up.
Man, I need some. Do you think they got a cannabis? Do they have a cannabis solution for gout?
For gout? Absolutely. They got one for gout.
I bet they got a solution for everything.
And the thing is about God, there is a solution for everything on the planet.
You right.
Natural things that can heal anything that's going on. You know, who got in here? Mike Pookie Brown. I'll be at the Friday night show. Yes, sir. Thank you. And shout out to you, Mike Pookie Brown. Nanette Jones, good morning. I'm doing another shout out to State Representative LaShawn Ford for just standing up. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you what happened. After Hendon called with that mess, and I said, okay, go ahead, old man, with that. And then I wrote LaShawn Ford, and I said, look, I just lost these folks who was going to put some money up because I'm working with you, so I hope you don't disappear too, because I can't stand the second
He
loss.
probably doubled down.
Man, they called me back and said, man, we don't roll like that. We not no political hustlers. We doing this for the people. You know, and I said, well, I ain't mad at you. That's the heart I'm talking about. He's from the projects, you know. He knows that real. So shout out to you and shout out to Senator Napoleon Harris. I really appreciate it. He stood up. He first one sent the check. Carol Muhammad, assalamu alaikum, sister. Mike is extremely funny. That's true, Joe. A shout out to you. Good morning. Good morning, Denise. Marcus Rogers said, Todd, what's up, Todd? What's up? That's Marcus Rogers wants you to say it. I'll be there.
Culture of Black Chicago. You should talk to Marcus Rogers. He has a great Facebook page that is called the Culture of Black Chicago.
Culture of Black Chicago.
You should do you have a graphic? Do you have like a social media graphic?
This?
No,
That's
we need like a digital one.
Yeah,
You got this digital?
That's everywhere.
So you should send us a copy of it digital. You should send it, like, who did your social media promotion in the city?
Me.
So, man, you gotta talk. You need to talk to Tennille. Like, the social media thing is now how everybody finds out about stuff.
And we're on it. I went on this morning on the Instagram Live and yesterday too to put up a contest. And if you're on Instagram,
Can I tell you something? So they got you on Instagram, but that's not where your audience is.
Where?
Your audience is on Facebook because who's your
first?
right? Who's your target demographic? Like, what's the age group?
Well, unfortunately, it's everybody.
Okay.
Because it really is the young and the old. But I do Facebook first, and then I do Instagram. But I did Facebook driving up here talking about coming to see you.
Oh, did you? I need to see.
I was driving up the freeway on Facebook Live saying I'm going to hang out with Maze Jackson this morning from 6 to 8. We're going to be on that thing doing it together.
We need that. I need to get that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, brother. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to technically retarded on this subject. I'm thinking about renting a teenager to show me how to do this.
Talk to Tennille.
Okay. All right.
She does it for all the biggest people. She does it for Ringling, Disney.
So Tennille, can you do it for the little people too? Hey, do you have an ink pen? Because you keep saying wonderful things, and I need to write stuff. I can't memorize all that stuff. I don't even know how you know all these people. And somebody come up and say, oh, that's so-and-so, and he said such and such. I'm like, well, how do you even categorize all that?
We did that for years and years. That's what we used to be. We used to do marketing promotions. I represented Jay-Z, Coke, Sprite, McDonald's, AT&T, Ringling, Disney in 27 cities around the country. Still talk to us.
All right. Hey.
It's not too late.
That's right. Lavelle Mitchell.
We back, y'all. We back.
We black.
You are tuned into the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. Hey, y'all, that is the Christmas song from Laverne and Shirley.
I didn't even watch the show, and I felt that it was Laverne and Shirley.
Can I tell you what, man? I was just thinking.
The Odd Couple when she was on there.
You watched The Odd Couple?
2 days ago.
Huh?
She just died 2 days ago.
Yes, and so I just, you know what, I didn't talk about it, but I want to send we just want to acknowledge the passing of Penny Marshall. There's no crying in baseball. Remember that?
Yes.
But I'm gonna tell you, Shlemiel, Shlavazo, Hop and Stop Incorporated. Da 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 da. We're gonna do it.
Watch this. Who was her partner in that show?
Penny Marshall and
Cindy Williams.
Cindy
Williams. Okay, I was just in Vegas last month. They have a show called Menopause, the musical, and 4 women sing these songs and laugh about menopause. They take famous songs and change the words for menopause. Their guest was Cindy Williams.
What?
So she was the 5th one and performed with them. It was off the chain.
You know what, man? I was just thinking about this. Do y'all remember when on Tuesday nights? See, I remember Tuesday nights. It was Happy Days.
Oh yeah.
Then it was Laverne and Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was Three's Company.
Wow.
Right? Then I don't remember what came after that. Nah, it wasn't. MASH was on Channel 2. But then,
Love MASH.
Then that same Tuesday night, Heart to Heart came on. Right? And then, man, I used to love Heart to
We
Heart.
all want that relationship. A heart-to-heart relationship. A woman who can be adventurous with us and have fun, that whole thing.
Hey man, but look, let's get back to the business, y'all. I'm having a great time. That voice you heard in the background is comedian Michael Colyar. Michael, you're in town because you got what?
I'll get a big play, y'all. It's a one-man show called Michael Colyar's Mama at the world-famous Du Sabo Museum. You can go to brownpapertickets.com online right now and get your tickets. 1 show Friday, 1 Saturday, 2 on Sunday, or you can drive on over to Captain Hardtime, 436 East 79th Street. While you're over there, get a piece of that sweet potato pie.
Shout out to Victor Love and Mother Way.
Victor Love and Mama Way is off the chain.
So check this out, y'all. Let's get to Todd.
Yes, sir.
I think that this is the perfect conversation to have with you because you spent some years in city council. You have been a stalwart of the Democratic Party. Your father was the flag bearer, the standard bearer for the Democratic Party, for loyal black people to the Democratic Party. And one of the fixtures in the city of Chicago for the last 50 years has been Ed Burke. They call him Chairman Ed Burke. I call him the other mayor of Chicago. Burke, to me, was part of the power sharing agreement that was derived by the Dailies as they were trying to bring peace to the city after the death of Harold Washington. And since that point, they have reached a daytime, and Ed Burke's authority has been pretty much unquestioned. Please talk to me about Ed Burke and his interesting relationship. And the reason I say it's interesting is because he led the charge against Harold Washington. But some kind of way, Ed Burke's biggest supporters have become black aldermen in the city of Chicago. Help me understand, Todd, because you defended Ed Burke. I didn't say nothing bad against him because I'm going to tell you, you got pictures of everybody.
I got a smile as the Imperial March is playing.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Well, there's no denying he, along with Ed Doliak, was, the head of the 29, and but it's like everything, time changes things. I mean, some of the things I see now, I like every time I see a commercial, there's either a black man and a white woman, or a white woman and a black man. The world has changed, and Ed Burke has changed with it, and that's why the black people are loyal to him, because they have the ability to talk to him and get knowledge, support. And I tell people all the time, Mayor Daley was not an approachable guy. He talked to you behind the chambers, but he talked to you for like a minute and a half, and he'd move on to talk to somebody else. If you wanted someone who would actually talk to you and knew the happenings in City Hall, you'd make an appointment with Ed Burke, and he'd talk to you and tell you what he knew. And I've always found him to be very helpful. I mean, like I said before, I could call him when I was at the county and say, I'd like to talk to you about some stuff. I'd ask him his advice. He'd say, come over to the Union League Club. We'd meet within 2 days.
Wow, nice.
He'd give me his advice, and that would be it. So that's why they're loyal to him, because they know that he's going to be responsive to them. It's almost like being the speaker, where you're not like the mayor. You are elected by the group itself, and they can look to you for help.
So I understand that. So what help can we say that? How did that work out for the black community? Because I'm gonna tell you. Let me
just say, you got to remember also that black people, I shouldn't say black, but the black elected officials, the aldermen, tend to work singularly. They don't tend to work in a group. The caucus is not going to go to Ed Burke and say, look, Ed Burke, we need your help on this. It's going to be the alderman from the 8th Ward, Todd Stroger, goes and says to Ed Burke, I'm trying to do this. How do I get this done? Do you know anybody? Do you think you could talk to the mayor's person about finding money here? Whatever it's going to be. So they never, I've seen them work collectively.
Who do we have black like that?
I would suspect, because I'm not down anymore, I would suspect that Alderman Austin would be the person that people would talk to.
Carrie Austin?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, 34, more part.
More than part.
Yeah, because she is the chairman of the budget, and as Beavers used to tell me, they got to talk to me, because they can't buy anything, they can't hire a person unless I sign off on it. So that's what makes her powerful. She's actually part of the government itself that makes the government turn.
Ed Burke has $19 million in his account. Carrie Austin has about $500,000. How does that happen if that's our Ed Burke? And I'm not saying it in a bad way, because I know that the Chairman Austin, fights in a different way.
Right. But I'll tell you why there's such a different money differential is because, as I stated, she works within the government. So for her to make money, this is what I would think, and I might be off. This may not ever happen or ever happen. But for her to bring people to the table, she would be talking to the mayor's people, like, whoever the mayor is, say, look, man, I'm having a fundraiser. I need you to get some people out there, because this is all government stuff. But she's not directly in charge. The mayor's people make the contracts.
Okay.
Burke is opposite. He's got like a half a floor
in City Hall.
In City Hall, right? And he's got 30 workers, maybe more. And
he got a
lot more resources.
He's got a ton of resources. He hires attorneys. He's handling money with workman's comp. So he has a direct.
He gets to settle over almost $500 million in settlements, because if you think about all the police settlements, they all go through his committee.
So he has a direct connection to the contractors themselves.
And so here becomes the challenge, and I just want to point this out. Burke makes millionaires who then feed back into his system. So you think about why, remember after he got federally investigated, if that was a black person and he got federally investigated, there would be no one. No one would come close to them. They would not write them checks. They would do nothing. They would stay away.
They wouldn't even want to sit at the table.
Ed Burke, conversely, when he got investigated, people lined up to show their loyalty, that they would be loyal to him even in the face of a federal investigation. Now, y'all...
Wait, so that's just really power. That's all it is, because he has the power.
It's two things. It's power and it's longevity. It's power, and it's also... I've been working with Mike for 30 years, and Mike and I have had a relationship. Mike's not going to leave me just because the feds came.
Well, but that's because you made Mike a millionaire, right? You made Mike a millionaire. And Mike is like, I'm not going to cut the money off. Conversely, for the black folks, because we still fighting for 10 cents, 20 cents, $5, you know what? They'll sell you out for $2 because, hey, you get that $2 could be replaced. I'm going to tell y'all, you got to pay attention.
So in power, you have the loyalty factor, but you also have the fear factor.
And I'm going to tell you that it's the fear factor that seems to bother me so much about this whole situation.
Look at Trump. Trump gets away with everything because people are terrified.
And I think it's the same thing. Check this out. In Chicago, Ed Burke represented Donald Trump as a Democrat in a place where it is, and not one peep out of nobody. It's the Talk of Chicago 1690. We'll be back. So think about that. Mayor May,
because that's business.
No, but see, Todd.
I care what you do on your business side. I care about what you vote for, and when I come talk to you about trying to get something from my people, if you say yes or no.
Okay, so here's what I say. I'm with you. Like, I'm cool with that. But we always got to go to a white guy to do it. So now, if we had a black Ed Burke, I probably wouldn't talk as much smack. But the fact that every black person can't even say, man, this is bogus, right? Like, you got $100 million account, $100 million that they won't even let. He like, you can't even look at it. It's my $100 million. I will pass it out to the people that I feel are hurt.
Are those people watching?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be saying hi while y'all.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep talking.
So, what I'm telling you is, I don't have a beef with Ed Burke, but I'm saying, like, right now, like, if this was somebody white is sitting around saying, like, let me back up. The black candidates feel like they can not say anything negative because he will make them pay. Look at Susanna. Look at, I just think, Todd, like, we are more fearful of white people than we are of our own selves. So black people will bow down to Ed Burke and be like, and see, you are the president of the county board. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody says. You, Todd was the president of the county board. He didn't do nothing illegal. He had the only fiscally balanced budget in the whole entire country. They ran him out over a 2-cent tax, and he didn't have no federal investigations.
It was 1-cent tax, but yeah.
And so it's like, as I watch people be loyal to Ed Burke, and then I watch black people jump ship on Todd, it pisses me off. It pisses me off to see that man, if he mess up, the first people to throw him under the bus, black folks. I never knew him. Ed Burke, they like, I stand with him. I'm not tripping on you standing with Ed Burke, but damn, who is the black person? And then my thing is, in a power dynamic, so the most powerful man in the game is wounded.
What y'all doing?
You can either extend him a hand, or you can extend him a knife. But if you extend him a hand, then he better be reaching back with cash. If you don't, then you extend a knife and you push him off the cliff, and then you say, can we get our person in that spot? Here's the thing. Ed Burke makes all of his people rich, and he makes all the black people beholden. So Ed Burke, let me tell you, every time there's
already explained it. That's where his power lies.
Controversial issue, if he wants to make his guys rich or richer or whatever, Ed Burke will say, hey, I think that all pharmaceutical companies should no longer be able to sell their product in Chicago.
You think Ed Burke is watching this show?
No, but somebody is.
Okay, so if y'all know Ed, tell him I need him to buy a block of 100 tickets for Michael Kai's mama at the DuSable.
I bet you could get him to do it too. I bet you it's not. But here's the thing: with Ed Burke, it wouldn't be him buying it. He would, like, this is why Tony Craigwood, he'll send somebody. He don't send Ricky, but he'll send somebody else to buy him, right? And that's the whole trick, even with the Tony thing.
Well, he knows the power how to connect it.
Tony, like, I'm giving back the $12,800. No, this is what I want you to do. What I want you to do is show me a list of everybody who was at that fundraiser, and I want you to show me what you brought in that night, and then I want to see how many of Ed Burke's law firms have thrown you fundraisers, because it's not me giving you my money. It's me directing the people who I control to give you money.
That's power. That's power. I like that power. Send me enough money for 100 tickets. Ed Burke, send me 100 tickets. Get these people to come see this show. It's going to be off the chain. And
we back.
We back? Okay, we back. Big Slam, I'm going to see you at the show, man. Thank you. Oh, that's my favorite.
We in trouble. We not supposed to play this. Ain't it banned?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
actually, they've rescinded that.
Huh?
They rescinded that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. With romaine lettuce.
You are tuned in to Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Sitting in with me is former Cook County Board President Todd Stroger, as well as comedian Mr. Michael Colyar. Now, he's more than a comedian. He's an author.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Louis, Armstrong and Ella Fitzgerald sings this song.
Hey, I thought it was banned. I thought they banned it.
Well, not no more. They brought it back up. They brought back the Romaine Lettuce.
This me, after they brought back the man. You know that this Me Too thing is just off the chain. They have gone so far that you can. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. I was like, can we just establish some rules and a timeline? Yeah. And can I just sign off on like? Cause I feel like in a minute they're gonna blast me for what I did in kindergarten. I'm sorry, man. It's like. You know what?
Well, this is because how cruel men have been to women forever, actually.
Well, they finally speaking up.
Hey, man. So you know what?
You know how you open up the box and it's just pow.
When is that gonna happen for black people?
Now that's good.
Thank you.
When, like, you know what? Because here's the thing. Go ahead.
They've trained black folks to hate each other. They've done a great job. That's why we kill each other off in alarming numbers. Here in Chicago, you got all these politicians. I don't know the politics of Chicago, but the politician who give my respect is the one who can talk to black people about quit killing each other, about us loving each other, about lifting each other up. If we can remember we come from kings and queens, we'll be so busy lifting each other up, we won't have time to shoot each other down. When I see it going that direction, but that direction don't pay money, and money is power. And that's what people really ride.
There you go.
And I'm going to tell you, that is the perfect comment. I got a feeling for this caller right here. Sister Karen, welcome to the WVON Morning Show.
You know it, baby. Michael Colyar, I love you, kings and queens. We are too busy shooting each other down. I just thank you for being on that show with my other two kings. But, Todd, I got this question for you because you've been inside. Why do we give so much credit to these cats being able to talk to us and, you know, sitting at their desks and doing all this and like you say, Kerry Austin and all these individuals? I just want to know, if we so cool in with them, how come we can't look out our front door of the black community? Because let me tell you something. The people that I'm cool with, they take care of me, baby, and they take care of mine around. And I'm able to go through my communities and see beautiful things. So I just want to know, when you all are being so faithful to these cats because of the power that they possess only with money, I want to be able to look out the front door. Michael Colyar, you're the best comedian I've heard. You keep speaking truth, keep doing it. I love everybody that's listening, but I agree with you. I want to look out the front door of the black community and see greatness. Everybody have a wonderful day, kings and queens.
Thank you, Sister
God
Kim.
bless you. That was beautiful. Let me just say, Kerry Austin did come and meet with me when I first came here to promote this show a couple of weeks ago. Said she's coming. She might even try to help me raise a little funds for it, but I haven't caught up with her yet. So anybody listening,
C-Dub,
reach out to Kerry
Chester Wilson.
Tell her, come on.
Yo, ain't Chester. I know you in the car.
Yeah, he probably
Tell the boss.
Come on.
Tell the chairman. Follow up. He in the car. They all listening. He in the car. The phone's gonna ring. Hey, okay, look, let me go to the phone line. Sister Zakia, you on the Talk Chicago, 1690.
Zakia.
Yes, good morning, brothers. Good morning.
Queen. Good morning.
The famous comedian from Robert Taylor in the house.
God bless you, sister. Thank you.
Did you go to McCorkle School?
Yes, I did. Helen J. McCorkle.
Yeah, because I know that building was right across the street. I used to work there when Miss Abott was the principal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, listen, you know, Maze, you know how I feel about Bert.
I do.
Yeah. Bert,
You got 1 minute, sis.
He might be highly looked upon to the black elected officials, but there are a lot of black people look up on him in disgust, dislike, and we looking forward to his fall from power. Because what he did to Tina Olson, that black woman legally stealing her baby, was sinful. It was criminal, and we'll never forget how he fought our mayor at city council. Ed Burke is nothing to a lot of black people, and we don't like it.
Sister Zakia be like,
I love this show. This show is great.
So
Chicago.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all. So here's the thing, and I'm gonna tell you all real talk. I ain't trying to have no problems with Ed Burke. I'm not trying to have no problem, because Ed Burke, he don't play. And I'm gonna tell y'all why nobody wanna have no problems. Cause I'm gonna tell you who's gonna have some problems, and you're gonna find out in 2 weeks. 2-3 weeks, watch Tony Preckwinkle. Right? So remember, Ed Burke said, it ain't what my enemies say, but it's the silence of my friends.
Yes.
And
wow.
And he
I have a coin with his face on it.
Wait, and say what you have? What now?
I have a coin with his face on it, and that quote is also on.
Let me tell you how dude gave him a coin a coin that said, remind, keep it in your pocket. Don't cross me. Remember, this man has made every judge, every judge that came through city of Chicago, he's made them in the last 50 years. Hey, y'all, it's crazy out here. Look, Michael Colyar, I know you got to go, but check it out. We'll be back at the traffic news and the weather. Stay tuned. We'll get you right back.
All right.
The talk of Chicago. And
I'll let you do the close out on the first 5 minutes, and then you can run out.
That'll be great.
Okay.
That'll be fantastic. So I'm gonna get some hellos, some more people.
You got it.
Out of here because there's some folks were. Hey James, what's up? What's up, big homie? I hope you make it down to the show. Thank you for tuning in to this wonderful. This show is awesome. You're a great host, man.
Thank you.
You know, Carol Adams said you the man.
Did she?
Yeah, Carol Adams said, "Oh, you gotta call Mace Jackson. That's the
That's
dude."
because he's famous. He don't
I'm not famous.
And I tried to track it down first by email. I kept texting, trying to email and stuff. I couldn't figure it out. Finally, I think you sent me the number. And then I called you. Oh, he responded. I was like, yay. Okay. Call information line. Back in the day when I worked for Merritt. Oh, when she worked for Merritt. Hey, Nicole. Ooh, you look fine. That's a little picture too, girl. Hey, good morning.
Say what's up to everybody watching on YouTube.
Everybody watching on YouTube. What up to y'all, family? Hope y'all having a supercalifragisticexpialidocious today. And I don't have nothing to do with Mary Poppins.
I wonder if that song's in the new Mary Poppins movie.
How can I get tickets to your show, Jonathan? Go to brownpapertickets.com or drive over to 79th Street, 436 East 79th Street to Captain Hard Times. Or if it comes down to the last minute, walk up to the door. We take green stamp, food stamps, Canadian money. We'll take your bus transfer if you got some time left on. Hey, good morning, Pamela Wheeler Barton. Good morning to you. Good morning, Sharon. Somebody told me to reach out to them, but I don't know how you do that.
So let me tell you, you can also have, if you got a person, have them comb back through the comments. Because all this stuff will be up there. There'll be people that'll tell you that they wanted tickets. Just send them the link. I'm going to tell you, these are a very good group of people that buy tickets. As a matter of fact, speaking of buying tickets, hey, y'all, don't forget Winterfest. Winterfest. We are going to be at Frontier Restaurant. I talked to Chef Brian Jupiter yesterday. Saturday night, get your tickets, $50. You're going to be in with the Lions Den. We eating whole cows. We having whole salmon. We're having a whole lamb too. I'm telling you, they bring you whole animals cooked. Put it on the table, and we are going to fellowship and have a great time.
I met a lot of hoes, but never met a whole salmon. No fishy. Connect. Still on this afternoon. Denise, good morning. Nicole, happy birthday. Boy, you got some people coming on in. They chiming on in, brother. Desmond, give Queen Sugar a toe jam cracker. You know I can toe jam crackers for everybody. Reggie Brown, you know Showboat up in there.
Shout out to, you got to say what's up to Tiger Lily and Brother Patah.
To Tiger Lily and Brother Patah. Big shout out to y'all, man. Love and respect. James, Big Slim Davis, what's good? Welcome back to the show. I'm up in here. I'm in here like swimwear. Mike Pookie Brown is the one that said contact him. I don't know how to. We need to handle his social media. Mike Pookie Brown. Okay. Mike Pookie Brown, if you still watching, do me a favor. Just go to my email, comicking123@aol.com. That's anybody who'd like to reach out to me today. I'll be checking it every hour, on the hour. Go to comicking123@aol.com. Because I didn't know I had a show called The Kings of Comedy without the king. So comicking123@aol.com. Y'all can follow me on Michael_Colyar, Colyar. My Facebook page is Michael Colyar. My Twitter is Michael Colyar. And I work. I do parties. I do weddings, divorces, Passover, hangover. I do a party in the phone booth if you promise to call. Okay, who we got? Hey, Queen Sugar, Old School, SC. Mark Allen. Oh, posted Michael Colyar, posted me early this morning on the Lions Den page when I was on VON. Thank you, Mark Allen over there at the Lions Den
and Black Wall Street.
Yeah, he said he's gonna post up on Black Wall Street. Thank you for that.
He's got a show too. You might want to talk to Mark Allen about getting on his show while you're here, because he has he does an internet show that also goes on Facebook Live, but they got a pretty good audience. You
Mark
should check
Allen.
Mark Allen out too.
Please drop me a line, Mark Allen, phone number, something I can reach you. Just go to ComicKing123@AOL.com. Say, hey, this is Mark Allen. And I'm going to holler right back at you, brother. Johnny Valentine, happy holiday. Sandy, Tiger Lily?
Tiger Lily.
Tiger Lily. Taiger. Tiger. See, black people spell their name any damn way they want to see it. That's up to them.
That comes from some kind of play or something. I know that tiger lily thing. Or maybe that's a flower.
It is a flower.
That's what it is, yeah.
A tiger lily is a flower. And she is a flower. Al, V&E, Northern black people been making other people millionaires since 1619. Well, you better know that.
1619.
We heard for certain. I'll tell you, Lisa. Lisa said, tell it like it is, man. He don't bite his tongue. Only balanced budget was doing things that need to be done.
Todd Stroger had the only fiscally balanced budget in the whole country, and Tony Preckwinkle ran him out. Attacked the black man, used the white folks, and it's like black folks. We could have. Do y'all understand if we would have got through that? Todd could have been. Do y'all know what would have happened if Todd could have stayed the president? Y'all be tripping. Thank you very much. Look, y'all. Yesterday they gave me. Hold on. Yesterday, remember what the Next Level morning music choice used to be like? Remember what it used to be called? Mm-hmm. So yesterday they walked up in here and handed me a piece of paper with the old name on it. I almost didn't do it, so this is what they brought me today. See this? They just tore it out. Let me tell you. Also, hey y'all, I am going to be giving away tickets to the Harlem Globetrotters. If you are interested in going on the 28th, the 27th, or the 28th at either the United Center or Allstate Arena, I will be giving these tickets away. Family 4-packs, if you are interested in going. Shout out to Digital Vision Inc. That is Aunt Tennille. She represents the Harlem Globetrotters, Disney on Ice, Marvel. See, that's why you need to talk to Tennille, because she does. Huh?
I better start getting ready.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I mess around, miss my little spot.
No, you don't want that.
It ain't but 2 minutes.
Just tell them right now we're going to come back.
Okay, y'all, we're going to come back.
Is this us? Oh, they're coming after traffic. Yeah, you be ready. I'm going to just tell you to say what's up and say your goodbyes. You got to head down. Don't say no other station, though.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I didn't mention no station. No way, Jose.
No way, Jose? Don't say that either.
Don't say that. I love Queen Sugar. That's a great show.
Huh?
My friend is the lead on Queen Sugar, the young brother. Who plays the star, the son who plays the brother.
You talk about the one that all the women love?
Oh, yeah.
Chris Angel, what's his name?
Yeah, he plays Chris Angel.
You know him?
Yeah, we did a movie together, me, him, and the girl from Akeelah and the Bee. What was that girl's name? Akeelah and the Bee. Played the star of Akeelah and the Bee.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Great little actress, young girl.
She got Quana Shade. So I know what you're talking about, though.
Oh, not that one.
Oh, so is Akeelah and the Bee, was that the girl from here?
Akeelah and the Bee was.
I didn't see it.
They'll tell us in a minute.
Yeah, Akeelah and the Bee. I can't think of her name. She's grown up to be a beautiful young actress. And they were both in a movie with me, an Ice Cube film called The Long Shots, which was about a little black girl who was on a football team here, a boys' little football team, and took them all the way to World Series. I was in that with
Keke Palmer.
Keke Palmer.
Oh, Keke Palmer's in a new movie called Pimp.
Oh, Keke Palmer bad.
Man,
bad, but that boy is bad too, though.
Let me tell you, Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer was like my son's like crush. Mm-hmm. Then do you remember when her phone got leaked and she wasn't a little kid no more?
Right. Then you became.
Now she plays the
daddy crush. Love Keke Palmer.
Music.
Shout out to Vance Williams.
Rise and shine with the WVON Morning Show.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Featuring Maze Jackson.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
The WVON Morning Show.
Wake up!
Call 773-591-1690.
Wake up. I'm gonna go fast. I'm about to go fast. I'm going fast. I'm gonna go fast because he's gotta go.
It's time to get your groove on with the morning music choice, powered by Next Level Health, a Medicaid managed care health plan for Cook County residents with Medicaid. Next Level Health, a healthier you, a healthier community. Visit nextlevelhealthil.com.
Hey, y'all, it is the WVON Morning Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, and you know, on Wednesdays, we got to get out of here early, so we have to do the Next Level Morning Music Choice. This week, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Who's that, Dean Martin?
Johnny Mathis.
Huh?
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin, you know what, man? If Jay-Z didn't do it, I really don't know.
Johnny.
Well, check it out. Let me tell y'all what.
You're going off by one race.
That is the Next Level Morning Music Choice. If my producer would have put it up there, I mean, when I look crazy, making me look bad. Now, check this out. The Next Level is a Medicaid managed health plan for people with Medicaid who live in Cook County only. The organization manages and coordinates the needs of their members one-on-one, right in their own communities. Next Level Health also employs passionate and inspiring individuals and the latest technology to fulfill their mission. Ladies and gentlemen, WVON family, this is the Next Level Morning Music Choice. Now, sitting there with me all morning has been comedian, actor, playwright, author, Michael Colyar. Mike, you got to get out of here. But before you go, let us tell the people how they can, what you're doing and how they can find out.
Place to go and people to do. Hey, I gotta go, y'all. Listen, I'm doing a big show, y'all. It's my one-man show called Michael Colyar's Mama. If you like your mama, you're gonna love this show. Please go to brownpapertickets.com and get your tickets. Come see me Friday, Saturday, and 2 shows on Sunday at the world-famous Du Sable Museum of African American History. The play is dramatic. It's funny. It's inspiring. It's uplifting, and it's funny. It's hilarious, off the chain, and it's Chicago all day long. If you're a Chicagoan, come up in Chicago's projects, come up in the South Side. Please come and see your brother.
I'm from Bolingbrook. Can I come?
No, sir.
Dang!
We're going to send you the tape. Okay? But come down give me some tissue. I love y'all, Chicago. Please come out. Thank you so much, Brother Mays. This has been amazing. And everybody can follow me on Instagram, Michael_Colyar, or just go and send me an email at comicking123@aol.com. Vance Williams, I know you're watching. God bless you. And to my queen, Miss Kelly, I adore you. All right. Thank you.
Hey, Mike. Thank you, man. We appreciate you being here. That show is a nice fur. What is it? Velvet or something?
Duck.
He got a duck fur on, y'all. Hey, y'all. It is the WVON Morning Show. It has been an honor and a pleasure to have Mike Colyar here at the WVON Morning Show. And, you know, we got big things coming up in 2018. Big things. Let me take a couple calls because I got some things I know y'all want to talk. Let me go to the phone lines and say what's up to Demetria. Demetria, you're on the Talk Chicago 1690.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Mace Jackson. This is the first time I ever called you. But what I'm calling you about, I got in the mail, I received a couple of days ago, a thank you very much for signing my nominee petition for office of mayor of Chicago, and that was from Jerry Joyce, and I did not sign any petition for him to run for mayor.
Wait a minute. Did you just say you got a thank you letter from Jerry Joyce for signing this petition and you didn't?
Yeah.
So do you want me to tell you what that is?
What?
Okay, so you stay tuned. I'm going to let you go. Thank you for calling. Now let me explain to y'all what that is. So, what I always say is, one of the things that I advise my candidates when they don't want to hire me anymore, Todd. What is the problem, man? I can't understand it.
I don't know. If you can help me raise some money and we'll run for some county office, I need to get back in the county.
Hey, man, I think we might have to run you for county. You know what? Let me stop. But check this out. So, Todd, what I tell candidates is, what you do is after all the petitions are gathered, what I usually do is I get my opponent's petitions, and then I take every person that signed their petition and I enter it into a database. And then you know what I do? I send them a thank you letter. And guess why? Because then they're like, dang, did I sign that petition? And they can't remember, because most of the times people are signing petitions, they're signing them just to sign them.
Right.
So if you forget, then you and so you live in a ward, I send you a thank you, and then you're like, oh, this Jerry Joyce, so maybe that is. And so I think you get about 2 to 3 points off of that. right? So I always say, if you sign someone else's petition, I'm going to send you a thank you letter from me anyway, because then you're going to be confused. Or you're going to be like, dang, he knew I signed someone else's petition, and now they're not going to pick up the stuff on my street. So then you feel nervous, and then you go in and vote anyway.
Boy.
I'm pretty dastardly at times.
Hey, everybody, needs a strategist. Man, that's you.
Man, they don't want, what?
And to answer Karen's question, it's not Burke, and it's not the manual, it's not all the rest of those guys. It's like Pogo. Pogo is probably before your time, Mace. Pogo was a cartoon almost like the cartoon with the black kid that I love, the animation. Oh man, I wish I could think of that.
Boondocks?
Yeah, Boondocks. That's funny.
Pogo?
Yeah, so Pogo but it was like swamp creatures. And one day Pogo said, I have seen the enemy, and the enemy is us. Our problem is we are not organized enough, and we do not work together enough to force people to do what we want. I do not expect Ed Burke to do something just because one day he wakes up and says, I'm gonna give $100,000 to some black guy so he can run for office. No, you have to get your group together. You have to force them to see that it is in their best interest to do what you want.
See, that's y'all learning the game. That's why I like having Todd on the show. Check it out. It's the WVON Morning Show. Hey, Todd, we got a few things I got to knock out before we get out of here. I was going to do a DC update. Check it out. First of all, did you see that they passed criminal justice reform yesterday?
Yeah.
87-12. But it seems like it wasn't enough. And it seems like I thought that this was one of the things we have been fighting for forever.
Have you seen enough of it to know if it covers all the things that you think are important, or at least enough of it?
I think if it just covered 3 strikes, that was enough for me, right? I think the fact that you can even get people to acknowledge, so I'm not a big symbolism person.
I hear you.
But I do think that this was a huge step in acknowledging the racist way that our people have been prosecuted. Now, I think that right now what you are looking at is a redistribution of racism. Right? I think that they're recalibrating and kind of, sort of, if black people play it right, we can just get out the way while they spend their time whooping on the Latinos. But we keep raising our head up trying to get in a mess when that ain't got nothing to do with us. Because right now, I don't think the fight is against black people. I think the fight is really against this invading concept of the Latinos taking over our country, the browning of America, which I think is really a big issue.
Quickly, when I was in the legislature and the Republicans controlled all the houses, there were so many different criminal bills that came up where they wanted to go back to chain gangs, they wanted you to wear pink outfits. It was all kind of things that...
How much of it did Susanna vote for?
Man, that was a long time ago. I'm not even sure if she was there at that time.
All right.
No, she wasn't there then.
Okay, because that's when she got there, she was like, take everybody DNA samples. Right? That's what she was talking about. Did you see we're giving $4.8 billion in economic development aid to Mexico?
Man, that's a lot of money.
Can I tell you what that is?
What is that?
That's Mexico paying for the wall. 4.8. What was they asking for yesterday? $5 billion.
Yeah.
4.8 billion is going to Mexico.
And then they're gonna say they're gonna put some money into the wall.
And they're gonna pay for the wall. See how Donald Trump be doing, y'all? Michael Flynn. That was really interesting, just in the fact that I'm telling you, imagine having a plea deal. You go there and then you realize that the judge ain't going.
Yes.
And and he calling you a treasonous spy.
Yes.
Which means that you
Basically,
could go to the gulag.
You're gonna go to jail. Look, I didn't know how they could even ask that he didn't spend any time. I didn't even ask for 6 months.
Well, that white skin privilege. That's that white man. Black person take $5,000. They sending you to the Hoosgal.
Oh yeah.
Hoosgal, $5,000. But let me tell you, if you black, you white, you can take the whole thing. See, black folks, I think our issue is we try to take a little piece. If you take the whole damn pie, then they don't even know it was gone. That's what they do. We be trying to take a piece and it's missing. Right. They just take the whole pie and be like, where'd it go?
There was a pie?
It was a pie? What pie?
Yeah.
They chopped it up all before you go. Nevada. How about this one? Trump administration and Justice Department bans bump stocks. Ain't that what the Democrats was trying to get done?
It was.
Okay, so yesterday they said you got 90 days to turn in your bump stock or you're gonna be in violation of federal law. Now, help me understand how for all these years, Democrat. See, this is what makes me say that they create these issues to run on, but never to fix. So how did they get all of the bumps? How did Donald Trump come in and in a day get the bump stocks banned? And all we've been talking about since what happened in Las Vegas was the bump stocks.
You know what? I don't know. I'm not even quite certain how they can do that.
They said it's an extension of the automatic weapon ban. So when you do it, they're applying that law to it.
Oh, okay, because you've made it an automatic.
You've
weapon.
made it an automatic weapon.
Okay.
Last thing. Once again, Donald Trump fails. He pales in comparison to President Obama. I know that all of the Obama files will be clapping and cheering for this one. But it's a little twist. I know y'all think that President Obama is better than President Trump. I think President Obama is better than Trump. Here's a place you would not have realized he was. Did you know that even with as much rhetoric and as much as Donald Trump is talking, he cannot keep up with the pace that President Obama set in deporting undocumented immigrants? Like, President Obama was the champion of deportations. And so for all of the rhetoric and vitriol and all of the babies at the camps and at the borders, President Obama beat Trump on that. I just need for y'all to understand that politics is like sleight of the hand. Look over here while I do this. And it's all about, look, that's why y'all don't ever catch me arguing over which white boy is better. Because guess what? They all doing it to you. Hey, let me go to the phone lines. Maurice, you're on the Talk Chicago 1690.
Yeah, Maze, what's in it for the black people? This is Maurice Perkins at the Swift Magazine, and I just wanted to say to you this, man. Ed Berg invited Deacon Perkins, myself, into his office to help champion a $130 million program that we have at 49th and State with a hotel and an entertainment complex and everything. I mean, I was only 3 days out of there before those people came in there, so I feel like I was blessed. But he is trying to champion something. Maybe he's trying to repent. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's trying to help us down here on State Street. And I just wanted to say that.
Okay, and you know what, Maurice? See, that's what I'm telling y'all. See, so for everything that you read, they are very strategic. They know who to go to, when, why, where, and how. Now, what I would ask is, how long have they been trying to help you? And let me just help y'all understand, when they're helping you, they're really helping themselves. So usually, let me break this down, and I want to say this to all the aldermen again. Usually when the white guy or the slick-dressed, cool guy with the suit who gives you the high five and give you the handshake and be super down with you is not down with you, right? When they show up to your fundraiser with a $250 check and you're so thankful, really they're getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so let me be clear that a hotel on 39th and State, while you may be getting your 10 cents or 20 cents, and I'm not shading that at all, understand that if you build a hotel at 39th and State with everything that's going on, that's going to be a multi-million-dollar, probably billion-dollar project over time. You know why they got to get that there? You know why they need you? Because they can't make $39 million without some minority participation. And who wants the least? Right? Who going to ask for the least? If you've been working for 13 cents an hour, right, for 20 years, and you get out of jail and somebody tells you I'm going to pay you $10 an hour. So when you talk about the $130 million project.
Yeah, but see, you were talking about the inability for African Americans to coalesce, to put enough money and skill together to get a deal like that done, and then bring it to somebody so they can either say yes or no.
But check it out. Here, let me break this down for you, because if you talk about that deal, 39th and State, there were black people who were ready to put that deal together. It was the black alderman who said, I'm not going to let that Negro get it, and I'm not going to let that Negro get it. Go find me some. I'm not going to let the black people with money who could have financed this and do it. I don't want them, because if they do it, then guess what happens? Right. They're going to ask for more than just 10%. So, again, black folks, if you know the story of what really happened with that hotel, and that's no diss to my brother, because again, it's like, my brother, understand that when you was written into the deal with the black folks, you wasn't getting the workforce training development. You was part of the sustained program. And this is what I need for y'all to understand. When they come to you with peanuts and popcorn and candy and lint from their pockets, that ain't because they love you. That's because they got to get their minority number. And right now, when they saying what's in it for the black people, they can't keep slapping the Latinos on it. But I guess y'all want to stay lollipops, right? Well, you know what? I can't help you do that. So, for Annette Flournoy in the newsroom, for Miss Sonia Escobar, the musical conductor of the Soul Plane, I got Todd Stroger. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Hey, y'all, get y'all tickets to Winterfest. Also, tomorrow I'm going to be giving away tickets to Harlem Globetrotters. It's Talk Chicago 1690. If they don't like it, you can tell them Maze said. We out of here. Peace.
Live from the WVON newsroom, here's our news.
So, again, you see how that brother... So, think about it. That brother has a tremendous amount of credibility with the ex-offender community.
Oh, you know?
Yeah. So, the Swift Mansion, right? And so, those brothers need all the work, and they trying to survive. So, what do? I come save you with what seems to be an infinite amount of money to a black person. But again, if they trying to build a hotel at 39th and State, yeah, they're going to give up $2 million or $1 million to somebody who ain't going to want equity. They're going to take the payoff and walk away. As compared to somebody who's saying, I don't want to just be there for the building and the training. I want to be there. I want to be an owner. So now when it's time to hire the staff, that same thing translates. Now what happened was, right? And what happened was that property is the old CHA property. And so they cannot just go to their usual standalones. They got to go find a disenfranchised community. So what do? You go find a group that will not give you very much pushback and will be happy to be your partners.
They're happy to be in a deal at all.
Huh?
They're happy to be in a deal at all.
They're happy to be, right, because I'm going to tell you, quite frankly, I've been in that situation. So I know, so I tell you like this, I have clients that know that nobody is hiring a black lobbyist for $10,000 a month. They're not doing it.
That's a lot of money for a black man.
For a black man. They be like a black man, but they'll pay a Latino $15,000, $20,000 to talk to you. Right? So now, you look at the fact that I have clients that they're good clients, but they pay their white guys who get way less done, way more money.
Yeah.
Way more money. White guys get to...
For the flash.
Right. So the white boy pulls up in a Porsche one day, pulls up in a Range Rover the next day, pulls up, got 50 cars, bigger house, live better than everybody out there. And if I show up in a Porsche, they be like, you making too much. Right? Not understanding that I don't make too much, and if I ever made too much, then it would benefit you. If you help me make it. The problem with black elected officials is they don't help you make it, but they still want a piece of it. They feel like you owe them when they didn't do nothing. Now,
when they're not advocating on your behalf.
Right. It's like you make it, and then they say, come on over here, let me see you. And it's like, but you didn't help me get this. You didn't, come on, man. There are no black lobbyists that command... besides Courtney Nottage, right? People talk about Paul Williams. Me and Paul are friends. I served as the executive director under Paul Williams. I worked with Victor Reyes. Let me just tell you, there is no way in the world that Paul Williams even tickles Victor Reyes. Don't even tickle him.
No.
Don't even tickle him. And they like, nigga, you make $500,000 a year. Yeah, but when there's people making $10 million a year or $5 million a year, right? With no practice, it's crazy. And then we got, so what'll happen is these white boys come in with their slick suits, and Ed Burke, they give Ed Burke tribute. Look, if you're an Ed Burke lobbyist, they talk to you, they tell you what you got to raise from you and from your company based on the money that they made. That's what they do. So he says, yo, you did two, because all your contracts are public. So he says, this person, this person, this person, this person. When he makes up these things that he says that the city should ban, every corporation around the country scrambles He makes all of his lobbyists come in. He puts them all with a thing. Then they become his messengers to those companies. And then each one of those companies has to raise for him, as well as the lobbyist has to come back with a percentage. Not a hard percentage, but if you made $1 million a year, I'm going to expect you to raise me $150 a year. Black elected officials be like, man, Mays showed up with a Porsche. He doing too well. No, and you didn't help me get it. Well, the people who do help me get it, you do. But again, the biggest issue I had in Springfield when I was the executive director, you know what? Nobody said it was about his strategy. Nobody said, they talked about my Facebook page. And you know what the other thing they said? They said he's going to get paid $70,000. Do y'all understand I was making $250,000? And the legislators were like, he going to make too much money. $70,000 is not too much money. $70,000, but that was because it was more than them, not understanding that we all have roles. You're not going to be rich as an elected official, but you shouldn't stop anybody else from being rich. You should have a bunch of millionaires underneath your list. Mm-hmm. And all those millionaires, you ain't got to talk. But again, I'm crazy. Ed Burt, $19 million. Let me tell you what, there's very few aldermen that could sustain a case against the federal government. All I'm telling y'all is that we are watching people play us day in, day out, all around. Toni Preckwinkle had $12,800 and she gave it all to the Latinos. I don't care if Ed Burke, was the 14th ward. She gave all of it to the Latinos. What am I supposed? I'm what's in it for the black people. Oh, God. See, this is why I have a nervous breakdown doing this show. Because it's like I try to tell y'all what's crack-a-lacking, but it's like we keep walking right into the same trap. So my challenge becomes, do I keep rocking with y'all and walking into the trap and getting my head knocked? Or do I do what I was supposed to do and get my money the way I was getting it before? Because I'm just telling you, this being poor is for the birds.
Amen.
It is for the birds. And Negroes will tell you to starve while they go to the restaurant. They want you to starve for their well-being. So many black lobbyists right now down in Springfield who are now getting money, who would never have been getting money, but because we talk this smack, but they be the first ones, like, oh, that Mays is crazy. No, nigga, I'm not crazy. I'm helping you. I'm helping you. When I say what's in it for the black people and you get a contract, or we say what's going on, when they listen to this show and they be like, dang, we got to do something about that. Can I tell you, they never even thought about black lobbyists. Y'all would have never even thought about black lobbyists. Who thinks about black lobbyists? Not black people, certainly not white lobbyists. And black elected officials let white people come into their office while all the black people starve. Again, I had a legislator tell me that, a black legislator tell me that if he wanted to put a black person on, he had to go talk to a Latino. But the Latino can't get paid without his support. But that's how they got this joint set up. All right, y'all, I'm having the dang on Holy Ghost, so I'm about to let y'all go. Because, hey, check it out. I'm going to tape Fox 32's year-end review, as well as what to expect for next year. So it's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to tell y'all who the guests are, but I can't tell you before. So, holla back. Peace.